It took 9 tries, but the Shadowcats finally erased their 8-game losing streak and picked up a win yesterday, and now they try to make it 2 in a row, as it's the Sherman Shadowcats still in a playoff push, facing off against the San Antonio River Monsters. Hello everyone, and welcome inside Veterans Field alongside Will Clifford. I'm Josh Rajnob. We welcome you to the Resco Welding pregame show. For all your contracting needs in Denison, call 903-624-1943. And you're listening to Sherman Shadowcats baseball on the Jake Shockley State Farm Shadowcats audio network. Call 903-462-0152 for your local agent for home and auto in Denison and Sherman. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. The Shadowcats picked up a win yesterday and now trying to get going, making it 2 straight. And the Shadowcats in yesterday's game pitched nearly a perfect game, almost a no-hitter too. It went 9 innings through 3 pitchers, just 2 hits, a shutout of the River Monsters. So the Shadowcats will going to try and do a similar thing today to try and make it 2 in a row.
Josh, the Shadowcats will have to repeat the winning formula, but it'll be hard-pressed for San Antonio to allow the same thing to happen. They had a pitcher go a complete game despite giving up 3 runs in the fourth, 2 in the fourth, and then 1 in the 5th. Sherman's going to need to tap into their bats just a little bit more to secure the sweep today.
The Shadowcats, yeah, you just mentioned it, just 3 runs yesterday, and on that 8-game losing streak, we're averaging just 5 runs a game. So the Shadowcats definitely going to need to wake up the bats a little bit more, but the pitching staff, and they just got to repeat what they did yesterday, because it was one heck of a performance from the Shadowcats pitching staff. So to try and repeat that as we get into our Clay Cooley of Hyundai Sherman pitching matchup. Shot me first, shot me last. Either way, come see Clay. We get into our pitching matchup for the Shadowcats to try and repeat the performance that they had yesterday. Sending out Andrew Gruters on the mound, the Seminole State, about to transfer to St. Edward's University for his sophomore year, making his 4th start of the year, overall his 12th appearance. And on the year, he is 0-3 in 3 starts, but as of late has pitched better, an 11-12 ERA on the year. But in his last outing against Abilene, went 4 2/3. Now he did give up 6 runs. 5 of them came in the 5th on 8 hits. Also, 5 of them came in the 5th inning as well. So, Will, a guy who's been pitching better as of late, but also someone who tends to run out of gas a little bit towards the end of his starts.
Josh, the thing that defines this pitching matchup for me is the home and road splits. For Gruters, he's got an ERA of 7.94 at home versus 20.65 on the road. And that's not quite the same for Espinoza, who's got a 1.96 ERA at home, which would make him the best pitcher in the league if he never pitched outside of San Antonio. Unfortunately, his team asks him to do that, and when he has, he's put up an ERA of 10.57. The Shadowcats will have to jump on Espinoza early today in order to pull out the win.
You mentioned it on the other half, MJ Espinoza getting the start for the River Monsters. The freshman out of Hill College, set to try and improve on his 3-2 record. Has thrown 26 innings so far this year, a 4.5 ERA. So going to be a tough task for the Shadowcats, who can only score 3 runs yesterday. And Will, yesterday, as we get into the highlights from the game, it was, what Barry Manuel puts it, a very professional win and a very complete team win.
Josh, this was a very professional win. Thank you for joining us on the Resco Welding pregame show. And as a reminder, you can listen to all Sherman Shadowcat home games and some select away games on our Mixlr and YouTube channels. Yesterday, the Shadowcats came into the matchup on the heels of an 8-game losing streak. It would be up to starting pitcher Spencer Bass to reel the Cats back in, and he did his job and kept the game scoreless through 4. And then in the bottom half of the inning, Shadowcat second baseman Izzy Bencosme broke the game open. The 1-0 flown in the air to left center field. Martinez back at the track, at the wall, it's gone! A 2-run shot for Izzy Bencosme. Sherman leads it 2-0 in the bottom of the 4th. And Bass kept it rolling through 5.
The righty comes home. Called strike 3. Got Morales looking at a fastball on the outer half. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 gone in the top of the 5th inning. 2-0 Shadowcats on top, no one aboard. 5 strikeouts on the day for Bass.
Like a good neighbor, Tyler Sessions is there. He would provide some much-needed insurance in the 5th.
0-2 pitch. Chopper towards the left side. It gets past the reach of Morales into shallow left field, a base hit. Moya coming around. The throw from Martinez, not in time. An RBI single for Tyler Sessions. Shadowcats extend their lead. It's 3-0 in the bottom of the 5th.
And then in the 7th, it's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's Sherman Superman Bubba Moya as he went full extension in center field to keep the River Monsters off the board. Here's the payoff. Swung on and sent high in the air to center field. Moya back to the track, he leaps. He made the play. Moya lifts the ball in the air with his face in the ground. Hunter Ham is retired after a loud flyout, and this might do it for Spencer Bass. Then in the 8th, Shadowcat shortstop Zach Felstad showed off the leather to get out of the 8th with 2 on. The 0-1. Chopper over the reach of Mahan. Felstad fields it short, steps on the bag at second to first in time. A double play, and that will end the inning. Shadowcats get out of the 2-man jam unscathed. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. Sherman leads at 3-0. Can you hear the music? It's closing time here in Sherman. The Shadowcats would call on Edwin Nunez to put a bow on the shutout.
The pitch to him, swung on and driven deep out to left field. Rakeo going back in front of the track. He makes the play, going into the wall, and that'll do it. Losing streak, no more. After 8 games, the Shadowcats finally can breathe. They get a win and take this one over the River Monsters 3-0.
Sherman sings the sweet song of victory yesterday, a 3-0 win. That brings us to today, where the Cats work to make it 2 in a row. Our very own Josh Rajanov spoke on the Abel Alleman Coaches Report with manager Barry Manuel on how the Cats can make it a pair in a row.
And welcome back here on the Rusco Welding pregame show. Josh Rajanov, and it's time for our Abel Alleman Roofing Coaches Report. I'm joined by Shadowcats manager Barry Manuel. Barry, welcome back to the show.
Hey, Josh. Welcome back to you, too, coming back with me. Been a while.
Yesterday you sent up Isaac Davila up here, said, why don't we just change things up, because the past 8 games had lost the previous 8, and yesterday snapped the 8-game losing streak. So Isaac yesterday said that he's a superstitious guy. Do you find yourself being a little bit superstitious, especially whenever you're dealing with streaks, anything like that?
I got a very, very, very little, not much. Every once in a while, I remember when I pitch sometimes, if I eat chicken that day and I pitch well, I might eat it again. But no, I'm not too much. I call it superstitious.
A what now?
Superstitious.
Superstitious. Okay, Coach.
Not superstitious.
Okay. So I guess you don't believe in all that stuff.
Not too much.
But the Shadowcats did break out of the 8-game losing skid yesterday. We were talking before the game. You were like, man, it feels like it's harder to lose 8 games in a row than to win one of those. So the Shadowcats finally get a win yesterday. And what you feel to be one of the more complete games of the year, what did you like, obviously, other than the pitching staff pitching shutout 2-hit ball? What did you like the most about yesterday's game?
I think it was a well-played game. We made one error. We didn't score a lot of runs, but what it was is we played as one unit. I mean, there's games you're going to win by a lot, and there's games you can win 1-0, 3-0. I really like the 1-0, 3-0 games because they're well played, they pitched well, you hit well, score a lot of runs, but it's just well-rounded baseball game, and I think that's what we had yesterday.
And yesterday, Spencer Bass goes 6 1/3 shutout ball, gives off to Mahan, who struggled a little bit, but then got the ground ball to get out of that jam, got the double play. And then Edwin Nunez, probably the best we've seen him all year, 10 pitches, 7 strikes. So the pitching performance, definitely the catalyst to yesterday's win. How can that continue into today's game?
Well, you're talking about the pitching. I think when we have starters that go 5 and 6, that's most of our wins because they went a long ways. But I think that the rest of the guys in the pen feed off of that. They feed off it. We're consistent. We're pounding the zone. And I think they just go out there and feed off of it. But Mahan came and did his job. Nooney did his job. And I think that's what has to happen tonight. We need to get, we're going to get 4 to 6 innings out of a starter, and that gives it a chance. And the score may be up, may be down, but if you get in there and you keep it close enough, I know we're going to come back and win it, you know. And it's about getting out there and believing in each other and have confidence.
And that's something that Isaac Davila mentioned yesterday, the hitting coach, mentioned yesterday on our show as well. It's not just about belief in yourself, but belief in the next person, trust in the next person. Yesterday that trust was shown, but I'm going to ask you the same question I asked him. How do you continue instilling that trust, especially with a team that's 7 games below 500?
I think what it is we just get out there and do it. Kind of like what you're saying just now. Pass the baton, pass the ball, so to speak. What I'm saying is that pass the ball to the next pitcher, pass the bat to the next guy. Do what you're capable of doing, you know. And like that's what you know. Isaac, we talk about it all the time. Is that if they could just pass the bat to the next guy, to pass the ball to the next pitcher, and do their job, and bottom line, we talk about have confidence. Know that I'm getting on the mound. I'm the king of the hill. Know when I have that wood in my hand, I'm going to get a base hit, or I'm going to do the best job I have to get on base and get the pitch count up.
Chatting with Shadowcats manager Barry Manuel ahead of today's game with the River Monsters. Coach, yesterday, well, yes, we mentioned the bats. You know, you thought it was a team win, but still only 3 runs after 8 hits, a number of runners left on base. Feels like that's also been sort of the issue in the previous 8 games as well, trying to get those runners in. So you got step 1 done yesterday and getting the win. How can you continue that and then also improve the offense in terms of the scoring numbers that way?
Well, I think when it's games like that, I always say you got to take pride and be selfless. That when you come up with guys on base at second and third, 1 or less outs, I always say the first swing's for you, the second one's going to be for your coach, the third one's for the team. What I mean by strikes. And I think if we take that approach and take pride, I told him yesterday, if you want to bunt the guy in, we don't have to put anything on. If you're precise and you know I got to get this guy in, and you bunt, I'm all for it. Get that run in with 1 or less outs. And I think that's what it's going to take for us to be selfless and get that job done. And yesterday, we got it done some, but 3 runs is enough sometimes if the pitching is there. 7 runs, you should win just about majority of your games.
Well, the pitching was definitely there yesterday in the 3-0 win. And now going into today's game, sort of talked about how you can continue it with the pitching as a whole. But you got Andrew Gruters going on the bump today. And, you know, he's looked better as of late after a slower start to the year. In the second half, he's been pitching great. So what do you expect to see from him, and what does he need to do today? Obviously, you mentioned when your starters go 5 or 6 innings, it feels like your team plays a lot better, especially the back end of that bullpen. What else are you going to need from him today to keep the River Monsters at bay?
Well, talk about pound the zone, but the biggest thing is when it's ball 1, 2 balls, or whatever's going to be. First of all, strike 1 is the best pitch in baseball. But when you're behind the count, be able to throw you off speed for strikes. Excuse me. When you throw you off speed for strikes, it gives you that opportunity to keep them off balance. And I think that's what we've been doing. And I think with our starters, we've been getting better as the year has been going on, because we're getting more fine-tuned. We're getting better endurance out of our bodies and arms. And I think that's what's happening. And we're throwing more strikes, and we're relying on our guys behind us to go ahead and make the plays. We trust in our guys to make the plays behind us. But I'm fired up for Gruder. I'm anxious for him to get on the mound because he's gotten better each time out. And that's the goal. Give us 4 to 6 innings today, and then hand it off to another reliever who will do the same thing.
And if the Shadowcats can do that, maybe make it 2 wins in a row. So the Shadowcats get off the 8-game losing streak yesterday, try to start a winning streak today. Coach, thank you so much for joining the show.
Josh, thank you very much, and go Cats.
That's Shadowcats manager Barry Manuel ahead of today's game with the River Monsters. Coming up, lineups and first pitch. Stick around on the Rusco Welding pregame show. The Shadowcats ended their 8-game losing streak yesterday, and now to try to make it 2 in a row against the River Monsters here tonight, as it's the Sherman Shadowcats taking on the River Monsters from Veterans Field. Hello everyone, and welcome inside our broadcast booth. Alongside Will Clifford, I'm Josh Rajnov. Shadowcats taking the field in what's expected to be a full house tonight here at Veterans Field as we get into our Vanguard GMC starting lineups. First for the River Monsters, Roman Trinidad leads off and plays right field. Nathan Hodge bats second, plays third. Eric Bacon, the center fielder in the 3-hole. Hunter Ham, the first baseman in the cleanup spot. Bruno Robles, the DH, bats fifth. Sammy Morales, the shortstop, bats sixth. David Hoyos, the second baseman in the 7th spot. Jake Pineda, the catcher, bats 8th. And Alex Villalobos is the left fielder, rounding out the lineup for the River Monsters. Shadowcats field on the field right now, and manager Barry Manuel sets the field as such. Ryan Sessions in left, Bubba Moya in center field, Ellington Jefferson in right, Ricky Riccio plays third base, Zach Felstad at short, Izzy Ben Cosme is the second baseman, Tyler Sessions the first baseman, and Charlie Boyles does the catching for Andrew Gruters, the left-handed pitcher out of Seminole State, the freshman set to transfer to St. Edward's University for his sophomore year to go play D2 baseball. The left-hander making appearance number 12, start number 4 on the year. He's 0-3 in those 3 starts, but in 22 innings of work, he has an 11-12 ERA, a 2.25 whip, a 3.55 batting average against. But those stats a little bit inflated because in the second half he's been a lot better, especially early in games. In his last start against Abilene, he went 4 2/3 of 6 earned run ball, but in those first 4 innings, he only allowed 1. 5 of those came in the 5th, and he did it on 8 hits allowed. Another 5 of those came in the 5th as well. So Gruder's a guy who's going to fill up the zone, and the Shadowcats going to need him to get going. Barry Manuel says whenever his starters go anywhere between 4 and 6 innings of work, it gives his bullpen a lot more confidence, and it typically leads to more wins. It led to a win last night as their starting pitcher, Spencer Bass, went 6 1/3 innings of work. So the Shadowcats going to look for a repeat performance with Andrew Gruters on the mound. The Shadowcats in their white jerseys or cream jerseys with Shadowcats in script underlined across the chest, with white pants, black socks, black pinstriped hats, and black letters. The River Monsters in their baby blue jerseys with San Antonio in script underlined across the chest, blue block numbers, gray pants, navy blue socks, and navy blue hats. It's a packed house, and what's expected to be a sold-out crowd today here in Sherman, expecting about 600 fans for the Shadowcats here on Sherman Connect nights. More on that in just a little bit, but the Shadowcat fans really showing out here at the Vet tonight, and the Shadowcats players going to try and put on a good show for them and make it 2 wins in a row. Andrew Gruder is throwing his last warm-up pitches. Roman Trinidad awaiting to step into the lefties batter's box to lead things off for San Antonio. The River Monsters 6-6 in the second half. They're right at 500. The Shadowcats at 4-11, who holds the second spot in the second half. Roman Trinidad steps into the lefties batter's box facing off against the left-handed pitcher Andrew Gruters. He works from the left side of the rubber. Count no score in the top of the first. Win out to make the playoffs. 1-0. Trinidad takes the top of the zone, counts 1-1. So will the Shadowcats have a very tall task ahead of them?
Tall task indeed, especially because after today, only one more series at home. So they'll be forced to go on the road to close out the season and string wins together.
1-1. It's on the outer half. An 82-mile-per-hour fastball that time from Andrew Gruters, and the count is 1-2. Roman Trinidad, the sophomore out of New Mexico JUCO. The California native playing in the Texas Collegiate League. Facing a 1-2 count, Gruters comes home. Breaking ball misses high. So the count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gruters a fastball curveball mix. There was the curveball that time. Fastball will get up to the mid-80s, not much more than that. and the breaking ball will sit in the low 70s, high 60s. 2-2. Rolled over towards the right side. The first baseman Sessions over to get it. Flips it to Gruters, covering. Close play at first. In time.
That'll be a leadoff out for Shadowcats.
Gruters fielding his position well. Does a nice job of covering and getting to the bag in time. Thanks to the toss from Tyler Sessions, there's one gone, no aboard in the top of the first, no score.
Covering the bag, Josh, such a minute task that a lot of players may overlook. But any ball hit far enough away from first base could cause problems. Veteran move from Gruters that are stepping on the bag.
So I'll bring up Nathan Hodge, first pitch. It's a breaking ball on the inner half to the right-hander, and the count's 0-1. Tyler Sessions getting the start at first base today after getting the start at third base yesterday. He flip-flops between the corners most of the time. 0-1 the count to Hodge. The pitch. Fastball misses in, 1-1. The one error. And that's why Barry Manuel, you just heard him on the Abel Allman Roofing Coaches Report, said he thought it was the cleanest game the Shadowcats have played all year. 1-1. Hodge lifts this one into right center field. Moya, the center fielder, going over. So is Jefferson. A dive. He can't make the play. Hodge hesitates rounding first. The throw into second from Moya, not in time. As Hodge gets in there standing up. So it's a one-out double for him. Good effort by Jefferson in right center field, but couldn't come up with it. Hodge is on second with one gone in the top of the first, threatening to be the first run of this game. Had a double yesterday and got all the way to third in the sixth inning, but then the River Monsters couldn't bring him home. So the Shadowcats trying to repeat history and strand Hodge on base, facing Eric Bacon out of the three-hole. The all-time single-season hits record holder at Pittsburgh State, the lefty, takes a strike on the outer half, 0-1.
And Josh, yesterday, San Antonio was 0 for 7 with runners on. They stranded two at third, like you mentioned. They got to put a run on the board early. They got to bring that guy in from second via the base hit.
0-1 the count to Bacon. Gruters comes home. Slow breaking ball didn't break down enough. It misses up, and the count's 1-1. And yesterday, you mentioned it, just 0 for 7. They only had 7 opportunities with runners on base. So the Shadowcats pitching limited damage. There were only 5 base runners to reach all day for San Antonio yesterday. 2 hits, 2 walks, and a hit by pitch. 1-1. Bacon fouls this one over the left side. And the lefty faces a 1-2 count. Just kind of slapped that one foul right around the third base dugout. So 1-2 the count. Gruters trying to work out of some early trouble. Shadowcats struck first yesterday. They're a team that in their 10 wins, 8 of them they've struck first. 1-2. Fouled straight back, so we'll do it again. But the Shadowcats a team that don't really strike first very often. They have really struggled setting the tone early in games. So the Shadowcats going to call on their starting pitcher to try and dig deep and evade trouble in the top of the first inning. No score, but a runner on second and 1 gone. 1-2 the count to Bacon. And the pitch. This one pulled towards second base, fielded by Ben Cosme, throws to first in time to get Bacon. It allows Hodge to move up to third, but there's 2 gone. Hodge 90 feet away, no score in the top of the first inning.
Now coming to plate number 20.
But that's a tough out. Eric Bacon does do a job. The left-hander hitting .310 on the year. Again, the guy who had 93 hits this past year with Pittsburgh State, which was the single-season record over there. So a guy who knows how to hit. So for the Shadowcats, a big time out, but job not finished. Hunter Ham at the plate. First pitch to the righty. This one fouled towards the first base on deck circle. Counts 0-1. Hunter Ham, the Katy, Texas native, junior out of Prairie View A&M. Of course, the university where Isaac Davila, Shadowcats hitting coach, is an assistant coach over there. 0-1. Ham slaps this one into right center field. Moya and Jefferson giving chase. It gets down for a base hit. Hodge comes home to score as Ham rounds first, stays put there. It's an RBI single for the River Monsters. They strike first in the top of the first. It's 1-0 San Antonio. Just a good piece of hitting by Hunter Ham. Recognized the fastball that was on the outer half, went with the pitch. 93 miles per hour off the bat, sent it into the gap. Nothing Moya and Jefferson could do other than watch that one down. So it's the first run of this game for the River Monsters. They provide the first run of the game, which is brought to you by the First Texas National Bank, real community banking since 1890. And the first pitch to Bruno Robles rolled over towards the first baseman Sessions, who fields it, touches the bag himself, and that retires the side. But San Antonio does strike first. They get a run on 2 hits, strand 1. We go to the bottom of the first. San Antonio on top of Sherman, 1-0. You're listening to Sherman Shadowcats Baseball on the Jake Shockley State Farm Shadowcats Audio Network and watching on TCL TV. We go to the bottom of the first inning, which is brought to you by the First Texoma National Bank, neighborhood bank you can count on. It's time for the second half of our Vanguard GMC starting lineups. Manager Barry Manuel sends out a starting lineup that goes as such for the Sherman Shadowcats, who are already facing a 1-0 deficit. Very similar lineup to yesterday. In the top third is the same. Bubba Moya leads off playing center field. Zach Felstad bats second, plays short. Tyler Sessions at first base in the 3-hole. Ellington Jefferson moves up to the cleanup spot. He plays right field. Ryan Sessions, the left fielder, bats fifth. Jarrett Halter getting the nod at DH today in the 6-hole. Charlie Boyles, the catcher, bats seventh. Izzy Ben Cosme hit the 2-run home run yesterday, is at second, batting eighth. And Ricky Riccio rounds out the Shadowcat lineup and plays third base. They'll face off against one of the TCL's best, MJ Espinoza, the freshman out of Hill College. In 26 innings, has a 4.50 ERA, 1.35 WHIP, is 3-2 on the year. 16 strikeouts, 17 walks for him. So the right-hander going to have a tough act to follow up after yesterday's starter Matt Foley went 8 innings, throwing 130 pitches, 128 to be exact. And yesterday, he went the distance, giving up just 3 runs. MJ Espinoza going to try and follow it up, facing off against Bubba Moya to start things off for the Shadowcats in the bottom of the first, trailing 1-0 already. Espinoza works from the stretch, comes home to the lefty Moya, who takes high. 1-0 the count. Espinoza, a big, bulky righty on the mound, standing at 6'1", 210. The Spring Branch, Texas native. Works from the right side of the rubber, deals home the 1-0. Moya takes up and away, so the count's 2-0. Mid to high 80s fastball for Espinoza. The righty works solely from the stretch. And for the Shadowcats, happy to see a game with a second straight right-handed pitcher. 2-0. Moya takes down the gut, counts 2-1. Shadowcats pitching has really struggled against, Shadowcats hitting has really struggled against left-handed pitching. Yesterday, got to see a right-hander. Now, they did score only 3 runs, so the Shadowcats still trying to get going on offense, but a lot better against right-handers. 2-1 misses up and away with an 88-mile-per-hour fastball, and the count's 3-1. Espinoza just 17 walks on the year. So a guy who will give up a few walks, but for the most part is in command of the zone. 3-1, Moya takes at the top of the zone. So the count runs full. Again, Espinoza, a 1.35 WHIP, so it's tough to get on base against him in just a 4.5 ERA. 3-2 the count to Bubba Moya. And the payoff pitch. This one fouled straight back, so we'll do it again.
Parking lot full today, Josh, and that might mean some cars in some dangerous territory back there, keeping an eye on it.
Yeah, all the fans seem to be very interested in it as well.
I would be too if my car was back there.
Full count, payoff pitch. This one slapped down the left side, foul.
It's a good sign that Moya is fouling off pitches here. He's seeing everything that's coming in from Espinoza well. Now it's just a matter of putting it in play or taking ball 4.
It's been all fastballs so far from Espinoza. That one at 87 miles per hour. See if he works any off-speed pitches. The righty dealing home to the lefty Moya on a payoff pitch. This one popped up right towards the second base bag. The shortstop Morales over and makes the grab right at his shoulder. And there's one gone in the bottom of the first. No one aboard. And 1-0 the Shadowcats trail.
Now coming to the plate, number 6.
So that'll bring up Zach Felstad, shortstop in today's game, as the Shadowcats trying to erase the 1-run deficit in the bottom of the first inning. Felstad, one of the league's best hitters, 7th in the league with a .360 average. A .941 OPS after starting the year 1 for 12 in the second half. He has really turned it on for the Cats. First pitch to the lefty. One's a strike on the outer half, so the count's 0-1. And Felstad, we've talked a lot about his accolades, how he was one of the better infielders coming out of the state of California, originally committed to Ohio State as a freshman, then went to UC Irvine, so a D1 guy. 0-1. Lefty takes at the top of the zone, counts 0-2. And I guess it's something that just runs in the family because he has a family of athletes. His dad played baseball at Fresno State. But what's more impressive, his sister, Jordan Felstad, a defender for Kansas women's soccer, who led the team in minutes this past season with over 2,100. 0-2, Felstad takes high. Kansas, their women's soccer team, won the Big 12 championship this past year, so Jordan Felstad giving her brother a run for some money as being the best athlete in the family. Of course, maybe Kyle, the dad of the two, might say, hey, look at my time back at Fresno State. 1-2. That one misses away. And when talking to Zach about it earlier today, it's like, does that put any more pressure on you? Do you want to be the best athlete in the family? He goes, to be honest, I don't even consider myself an athlete. We've talked a lot about how Zach Felstad is a very humble guy, and he's his harshest critic. He goes, I'm not even considering myself an athlete. 2-2, this one roped. Deep out to right field. Trinidad going back to the track at the wall. It is out of here.
It's a Shadowcats home run.
How about that for an athlete? Zach Felstad with one swing ties up this ball game. It's 1-1 in the bottom of the first. Felstad with a no-doubter. It's a brand new ball game. What a swing from Zach Felstad. A 100 miles per hour off the bat.
Coming to the plate, number 38, Tyler.
And Felstad left no doubt about that one. So how's Jordan going to have to follow that one up? I guess she'll have to score a goal for Kansas this year. First pitch to Tyler Sessions. Takes high above the zone.
I don't know, can Jordan hit
Can Jordan hit
off lefties?
a 380-yard bomb? I mean, 2,181 minutes is really, really impressive for Jordan Felstad. The anchor of that defense, the 1-0 to Sessions, misses up and away, so the count's 2-0. Anchor of that Big 12 championship defense, so I think Zach, again, a very humble guy, said, I think Jordan's the best athlete.
So he's like, I don't even think I'm an athlete? That's what he said?
Yeah, he said, I don't even consider myself an athlete.
Wow.
2-0, the pitch. This one, a pop-up behind the plate. The catcher, Pineda, camps under it, makes the play. And there's 2 gone in the bottom of the first. So Tyler Sessions retired.
I cannot believe that. He's like,
Well, so here's what he said. He goes, he didn't even play shortstop until this past year at UC Irvine. His coach was like, hey, we're going to put you at short. He said, okay. And then he goes, come on, man, you can't be a shortstop that doesn't steal any bags. So then he started stealing bases. And he goes, he's like, I don't think I'm the fastest guy. I don't think I'm the hardest hitter. He just said he doesn't think he's the best athlete. First pitch to Ellington Jefferson, a strike on the outer half, 0-1. And I said, dude, you got 12 stolen bases on the year. So I'm going to have to disagree with Felstad and say that he's a pretty darn good athlete. And showing it there, tying this game at 1 apiece with the solo home run. 0-1 to Jefferson, lined into left center field. Bacon, the center fielder, slides. Did he get it? Did he get it? No signal yet. He did. Matthew Deacon, the field umpire, over, saying that Eric Bacon made the play, and that retires the side. What a play by the center fielder. to keep this at just a 1-1 game, but the Shadowcats respond in the bottom of the first thanks to the solo home run from Zach Felstad. This game is tied 1-1. We go to the top of the second, 1-1 our score. You're listening to Sherman Shadowcats Baseball on the Jake Shockley State Farm Shadowcats Audio Network and watching on TCL TV. Both teams got one in the first inning, so now we go to the second. This game's tied 1-1 between the Shadowcats and the River Monsters here from Veterans Field. Alongside Will Clifford, I'm Josh Rajnov. Andrew Gruder's back out for another inning of work, facing 6, 7, and 8 for the River Monsters. Sammy Morales to lead it off, the righty in the box. Sees the first pitch. This one bunted right back down the first base line. Gruders comes over, bare hands, throws the first in time. Who says pitchers aren't athletes? Nice play by Andrew Gruders, spinning off the mound, barehanding the ball down the right field line, and delivers a strike to Sessions at first. One pitch, one out to start the top of the second. 1-1 our score, no one aboard. And that'll bring up David De Hoyos. So Morales with the right idea, almost with the right execution, but that ball was bunted almost as perfect as you can get down the first base line. But Gruders with an athletic play. David De Hoyos at the plate. First pitch to the righty. Takes inside. Counts 1-0.
And Josh, a lot of talk today about who is an athlete, defining an athlete.
Apparently. Pitchers are athletes too.
Coming off the mound can be a scary play.
1-0. This one skied high in the infield towards the second base bag. Felstad, the shortstop, under it, makes the play. And there's two gone in the top of the second inning.
Coming off that, it can be dangerous, Josh, because you stutter step off, you lose your footing a little bit, and it's the worst way to see a pitcher go out trying to make a defensive play. Not for Gruders.
No, the Gruders fielding his position well. We've seen a couple of nice plays from him. First pitch to the lefty Pineda, that one misses away.
Well, he's a
in
ground
the first
ball.
inning, yeah, he's a ground ball pitcher. In the first inning, had to beat Trinidad, the leadoff man, for the first base bag on a ground ball to first. He did. And then there, fields the bunt nicely. 1-0. That one misses high, so the count's 2-0.
And he's only walked 12 batters this season for the Shadowcats. However, he has given up over 40 hits now. So it's a different way of letting guys on base, but if his defense is there to do the work, it'll help him out.
The 2-0. Fouled straight back. Gruder's back into the zone. So the count's 2-1. Yeah, Gruder is not a guy who's going to give up too many free bases. But again, a .355 batting average against. But Barry Manuel has talked to us time and time again. He'd much rather get beat by letting guys hit the ball rather than giving up free bases. And I think any baseball coach would agree with you on that. 2-1 the count and the pitch. That one misses high.
And admittedly, as broadcasters as well, I think we feel the same way.
I think a lot of baseball fans feel the same way because walks are frustrating. And the Shadowcats, during that 8-game losing stretch, just walking too many guys. So yesterday challenged their pitchers to be in the zone. 3-1. This one lined right back up the middle and into center field, a base hit. So it's a 2-out single for Jake Pineda. He's on first. 1-1 our score in the top of the second inning. Now, the one thing with giving up too many hits is sometimes the Shadowcats get into too many hitters' counts as a pitcher. That time, Gruters gave up a 2-0 count and then a 3-1 count. Pineda was able to just sit on a fastball, send it right back from where it came from. 101 miles per hour off the bat. So Gruters comes home to the 9-hole Alex Villalobos. First pitch to him, a strike on the outer half, 0-1. Gruters allowed a double in the first inning, who eventually came around to score. Now trying to strand Pineda with 2 outs on first. 0-1, the pitch. That one missed low and away. Good stop by Boyles, the catcher, to make sure that one didn't get away any further. Keeping Pineda on first. 1-1 the count. 2 gone. Runner on first. 1-1 the score in the top of the second. The pitch. There's a strike on the outer half, and the count is 1-2.
Slowed himself down to 80. Gruder's not a guy lighting up the radar gun, but you don't have to as long as you attack the zone.
And ahead of the count, 1-2 to the 9-hole Villalobos. The pitch. That one misses away, and the count's 2-2. Alex Villalobos, the redshirt freshman out of Amarillo College, native to Kyle, Texas. Hitting just 140 on the year in the 9-hole, trying to get some reps for San Antonio. 2-2. Misses inside, and the count runs full. Gruters definitely does not want to give up the 8 and 9 holes to reach, allowing the top of the lineup to come back around. Full count. Gruters set, kicks and deals. Chops foul, and we'll do it again.
San Antonio's done a good job of keeping at-bats rolling from, like you said, 1-2 to 3-2. Count goes full. He's at 30 pitches on the outing already.
And again, Barry Manuel stressing the importance of his starting pitchers going anywhere between 4 and 6 innings. He says whenever we have quality starts, it equates to more wins. Payoff pitch. This one chopped foul. No, chopped towards third. In comes Raqueo. Bare hands throws to first, not in time. That one looked like it hit off the body of Villalobos. It took a weird carom back towards third base, but home plate umpire Michael Deacon says that ball is fair, and it's an infield single for Villalobos. 2 straight singles offered by Gruters. Pineda's on second, Villalobos on first, and that flips the lineup back to the top to Roman Trinidad.
Josh,
Leadoff man grounded out to first his last time up, but San Antonio threatening to reclaim the lead. 1-1 here in the top of the second with 2 gone and runners on first and second. Lefty-lefty battle between Gruters and Trinidad. First pitch. This one skied foul over the third base dugout, out of play. So 1-0 the count.
Josh, Shadowcats, like we've mentioned, do not want to go to their bullpen. Yesterday, San Antonio didn't go to their bullpen either. One guy all the way through 8-inning complete game in the losing effort.
0-1 the count, the pitch. Breaking ball misses high, so the count's 1-1. Yeah, Matthew Foley yesterday went almost 130 pitches in 8 innings, 128 total. And it was a valiant effort from him, only gave up 3 runs. 2 of them earned. 1-1. This one hit well. Deep out to left field. Sessions going back towards the track at the wall. He looks up, it's out of here. Roman Trinidad goes oppo taco. And San Antonio reclaims the lead thanks to the 3-run home run. It's 4-1 in the top of the second inning. Roman Trinidad says, "I'll take it the other way." A 90-mile-per-hour ball off the bat. A 3-run shot. Shadowcats once again give up the lead. 2 home runs in this game, 1 for either side, and Trinidad clears the bases.
Josh, the ball is flying today. Last time we saw this many home runs in an inning, Sherman lost 17-15. That was to Brazos Valley last week.
That was a wild game there. Now the first pitch home to Nathan Hodge misses outside. Trinidad didn't miss that one, as that ball was struck right off the bat. 1-0. one's a fastball in the zone, so the count's 1-1. That's been the issue for Gruters this year is, again, he's going to be a guy that will challenge you in the zone, but the issue is it's a mid to low 80s fastball. It's hard to blow past some guys. 1-1 skied high in the air towards the first base dugout. Sessions giving chase, and he makes the play. That retires the side. But San Antonio reclaims the lead. They get 3 runs on 3 hits. Strand none, all 3 off the bat. The Roman Trinidad 3-run shot. We go to the bottom of the second, 4-1. Shadowcats trail the River Monsters. You're listening to Sherman Shadowcats Baseball on the Jake Shonkley State Farm Shadowcats Audio Network and watching on TCL TV. Shadowcats trailing the River Monsters 4-1 in the bottom of the second inning, which is brought to you by Wall to Wall Cleaning, the premier commercial cleaning solution for Grayson County and the surrounding areas. We don't cut corners, we clean them. Ryan Sessions to lead it off for the Shadowcats, facing off against MJ Espinoza, back out for another inning of work. Dealt the solo shot to Felstad in the first, comes home to start the second. First pitch to Sessions misses up and away, 1-0 the count. Well, it's a packed house here in Sherman, here on Sherman Connect Night. So the way that it works is Amanda Phillips, a realtor in the area, bought out the stadium. 1-0 misses up and away.
Hey now.
So she bought out the stadium and all the tickets on her and her realtor company. So this game officially sponsored by Amanda Phillips, realtor. And all the fans had to do was just hop online and claim the tickets. And there were over 600 tickets claimed, and the crowd definitely showing so here. The 2-0, that one's fouled straight back, counts 2-1. It's a full house here in Sherman, all the stands filled here in section 102. Yesterday we were by ourselves with another family down there in 102 winning the Cracker Jack Fan Challenge.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe we'll have more
We'll
opportunities to chant 102 with some people. 2-1. That one misses high, and the count's 3-1.
Section 102 is the best section.
You would have to say, right? You get a great view. You get to see the Shadowcats dugout, Shadowcats bullpen.
And you get some shade as well via our auxiliary tent.
Yeah, why not? If you're sitting on the right side of section 102, then you're in the shade. 3-1. That one misses inside, so it's a 5-pitch walk to start the second inning. Offered to Ryan Sessions.
Shade the Shadowcat also in attendance as well, as he usually is.
Of course, yes.
And I don't know who Shade is, Josh. I don't know who the person
Well, I
is.
think that's done by design.
Well, we've been given the name, and I'm like, it's got to
we
be a made-up name.
we can't reveal that.
Oh, I would never reveal the name. I would never reveal anything. But some people have told me the name, and I'm like, I still don't know who that is.
Shade the Shadowcat, that's all you need to know.
It is Shade. The PA, in-house PA, are always giving you Shade the Shadowcats.
Ryan Sessions off at first. First pitch to Jarrett Halter, runs inside and hits him. That one got him on the front elbow. So it's a hit by pitch offer to Jarrett Halter. 2 straight free bags offered by Espinoza to start the second inning. And the Shadowcats, just like that, send the tying run to the plate, and Charlie Boyles try and erase this 3-run deficit, down 4-1 in the bottom of the second inning. 2 runners on first and second, and no one gone.
I'm having a good time here at the ballpark, as I usually do. But today the stadium very full. Usually we're pretty alone in 102, maybe a fan or two, and we've got the net seats right next to the dugout, the visiting side, and some fans usually sit down there. But the stands are typically empty. Not today. We've got a lot of friends here.
It's the Shadowcats trying to put on a show for all of our friends. Pickoff over to second base. Sessions back in under the tag. Oh, he got so lucky.
That was close.
It was
Josh.
a daylight move from Sammy Morales, the shortstop, just flashed to the bag as Espinoza was looking back at him. Sessions a little bit lackadaisical, getting his lead off of second base, but he's able to avoid the tag as the throw from Espinoza was just a bit to the second base side, rather to the first base side of second base. So Sessions gets another life.
That one was very close, Josh.
Now Boyles at the plate to try and maybe bring home some runs or move him over. Hunter Ham, the first baseman, plays well in, expecting a bunt. Boyles shows bunt, pulls back, and the pitch misses low. 1-0 the count. The first baseman, Hunter Ham, charging all the way in towards the pitcher's mound to try and maybe cut off Sessions, heading to third base on the bunt. The third baseman, Hodge, plays even with the bag. It's a read play for him on if he should charge or go get the ball. Second baseman, De Hoyos, ranging towards first base as an inside move from Espinoza, no throw to second. De Hoyos, the second baseman, slotted to cover first base due to Hunter Ham charging. See if Boyles lays one down on a 1-0. Gets this one down right in front of home plate. The catcher, Pineda, comes up, fields his only play as the first. Gets Boyles out there, but Charlie Boyles does a job. The sacrifice bunt moves Sessions to third and Halter to second. There's 2 runners in scoring position with 1 gone. Shadowcats trailing by 3 in the bottom of the second.
Josh Ham, the first baseman, hit the deck there. He laid down on his back, trying to avoid a throw from Pineda down to first base. It was being covered by second baseman De Hoyos.
But a nice play by Pineda to pop out of his catcher's spot and make the play. But Boyles does the job. Hey, here comes Sessions tagging from third, and now he retreats as the throw gets in quickly from Trinidad. That was a line drive by Ben Cosme, and unlucky hit it right at Trinidad, and he hit it so hard that Sessions was a little bit late getting back to third base to try and tag. So he bluffed coming home, but couldn't score, and there's 2 gone. Still 2 runners in scoring position, and Ricky Riccio to try and cut into this 3-run deficit in the bottom of the second.
Josh hit by pitch walk-off.
First pitch to him. That one's a strike at the top of the zone, 0-1. So Riccio going to try and stay clutch for the Shadowcats, a team that is trailing by 3 right now. 4-1 in the bottom of the second inning. But Riccio has a chance to tie it with 1 swing. 0-1. This one hit towards short on the ground. Morales kicks off of his glove. Sessions comes home to score. Everyone else is safe. Halter to third, and Riccio to first on the error. Shadowcats cut into the deficit. It's now 4-2 in the bottom of the second inning. And the lineup flips back to the top now to Bubba Moya. That was an Olay play by Morales as he just tried fielding that one-handed. Kind of played it off of his hip a little bit, and it caromed off of his glove. So Riccio on first on the error, and Halter to third. See if there's any first and third play on. Pickoff over to first, safe. Riccio back in diving. Bubba Moya at the plate, popped out his last time up. Trying to cut into this now 2-run deficit in the bottom of the second inning. Espinoza works from the stretch, comes home, first pitch. Moya takes a fastball on the outer half, 0-1.
Josh, I was cracking up the PA.
Yeah, that was some good music.
As
Trolling Morales a little bit at short.
our usual man, Adam Sonero, off this series, but I'm liking this a little bit as well.
0-1 rolled over towards second base to Hoyles. It goes in between his legs and goes all the way into right field. Halter scores. Rakeo goes first to third. 2 straight errors by the River Monsters allows 2 straight runs to come across. Shadowcats now trail 4-3 in the bottom of the second inning.
Sloppy defense for San Antonio. They should have been out of this inning with no runs allowed. Instead, 2 have plated. The lineup, out of the best batter in the Shadowcat lineup as of late, Zach Felstad.
Hit a home run his first time up and could flip the script with one here with a tying run 90 feet away here in the second inning. First pitch to Felstad. Takes on the inner half and the count's 0-1. Moya on first and Rakeo on third. So speed on the base pass. That was great awareness by Rakeo on that last play to move up first to third on the error towards second base. 0-1. Felstad takes away, counts 1-1.
And Josh, I bet third base coach Isaac Davila will say that was all him.
Right? Yeah.
Sending him.
He likes to claim all the sends and doesn't claim any of the
errors.
Right? 1-1 the count to Felstad as Espinoza set, deals home. This one line towards second, past the reach of Hoyles and into right field, a base hit. Rakeo comes home to score. Moya goes first to third. It's an RBI single for Zach Felstad. Shadowcats have 3 in the bottom of the second to tie up this game. It's 4-4.
Great piece of hitting from Felstad. Finds the seam in between first and second. And also Bubba Moya turning from first to third. Moya saw Rakeo do that, he saw Halter do that, and then he does it himself 3 batters in a row, or base runners rather, going first to third.
It's 3 straight batters to reach for the Shadowcats on 2 errors and a single from Felstad. Line keeps on moving. Tyler Sessions at the plate popped out to the catcher Pineda his first time up. As runners on the corners, Moya on third, Felstad on first. First pitch to Sessions. That one misses below the zone with a fastball. 1-0 the count. Shadowcats entered this inning trailing by 3 runs, have tied it up 4-4, and now a chance to potentially go ahead by 3 runs. Sessions, 3 home runs on the year. 1-0. This one lined out to left center field. Bacon going back, and it one-hops the wall. Moya scores. Felstad rounding third. The throw from the cutoff man, Bacon, is not in time. Felstad scores. It's a 2 RBI double for Tyler Sessions. The Shadowcats retake the lead. It's 6-4 in the bottom of the second. 5 runs in this inning.
Only 3 runs yesterday, 5 in just 1 inning. Shadowcat faithful has woken up the bats here in Texoma, Josh.
It's a full crowd, and the Shadowcats putting on a show for the 600-plus fans in attendance. And the line still moving to Ellington Jefferson. First pitch to the lefty. A kind of sword-esque swing from him. Goes waving and missing at a fastball. 0-1 the count. Shadowcats with 2 outs have had their last 4 batters reach on 2 errors and a single and a double. 4 of these 5 runs are going to go unearned. 0-1. This one chopped foul and the count's 0-2. So the Shadowcats taking advantage of the opportunities as they have 6 runs in the game, leading the River Monsters now 6-4. Barry Emanuel said he had a feeling that the offense was going to wake up today, so the Shadowcats explode for 6 runs in the first 2 innings. Still trying to add on more. Ellington Jefferson facing an 0-2 count from Espinoza. The pitch. This one chopped back up the middle. The Morales, the shortstop, comes over Fields, throws the first in time, and that retires the side. But not before the Shadowcats get 5 runs on just 2 hits, but 2 errors allows the inning to keep on going, and the Shadowcats lead 6-4 as we go to the top of the third. You're watching Sherman Shadowcats baseball on the Texas Collegiate League television network and listening on the Jake Shockley State Farm Shadowcats audio network.
Welcome in, Shadowcat Nation. Will Clifford joined by Josh Razhanov. The GOAT, Sam Johnson, producing away. Sherman leads this one 6-4. We're here in the top of the third. Gruder's still working. His first offering in to Eric Bacon. That one's low. It's 1-0 to start the top of the third. Eric Bacon out of Emory, Texas, offering. That one finds the zone 1-1. The rising junior spent this last year at Pittsburgh State. The Gorillas. The offering from Gruters once more, hit to Felstad at short. He fields, throws over to first in time. The leadoff man is retired. One down here in the top of the third. Sherman leads at 6-4.
Nice play by Zach Felstad going to his backhand side and delivers a strike to Sessions at first. So good start to the inning. I want to clear up the air, something that was mentioned last inning.
Oh.
We have Tyler Atnip, who's here as Adam Sonero, our starting in-house PA announcer, is on vacation. So Tyler Atnip, the Sherman High School football coach, here to fill in, who's doing a great job. And by all means, we were not meaning to disrespect. We love Adam Sonero. We miss you. We want you to come back. I'm texting him right now, making sure that he knows that we're all clear.
Yes. First offering now to the new batter, Ham. That one's in there for a strike, 0-1.
With that being said, Adam, the soundboard is nice.
The soundboard is nice. He's messing around. I like the Seinfeld clips.
I like it.
In.
But Adam, we miss you, my goats.
0-1. One's bounced in the dirt. Count even at 1 apiece. So Bacon retired to start the inning. Now Ham. We're all over the pig here today. So we've got a kid coming up to us right now. The 1-1 fouled right back at us. I almost got it. I did not. As a kid comes up to us as we're talking about all this and asks if we can play a sound. I would love to. Reuters, the lefty, dealing home. This one hit to a reaching Ben Cosme. He can't grab it at second. It trickles into right field. A 1-out single for Hunter Ham. He stands at first. Still one down. Sherman leads 6-4. The Shadowcats, they need the shutdown inning here. We've talked about it all year. They'll go and score runs, take back the lead in the game, but then either their bullpen or their starting pitcher gets tapped, and then the lead flips back over. Reuters, who had a decent rest, all his offense was giving him some cushion, now working. Faces Bruno Robles. First pitch to him, bounced in the dust. 1-0. Robles on the season hitting .284, 3 home runs. And earlier today, a southpaw for the Shadowcats gave one up as there's a pickoff to first. It's not in time. Ham back safely. Reuters just needs to keep the ball in the park. He hasn't struggled with walks. Knock on wood, the 1-0. That one misses, now 2-0. And as for the Shadowcats, first half to second half splits when it comes to defense. In the first half in June, they had 31 errors at home. As the 2-0 misses, 3-0 now. But in July, only 6 errors in home games. That second half defense has been tight, backing up their arms. Here's the 3-0. It's swung on, sent foul, first base side. Interesting decision from Robles, swinging at a pitch in a 3-0 count. Ill-advised.
Yeah, not something you usually see in summer ball, right?
Not something you usually see, period. Here's the 3-1. There's a curveball that finds the zone from 3-0 to 3-2. The count runs full.
Well, you mentioned that the Shadowcats have been fielding better in the second half, and that was something that starting pitcher Spencer Bass said yesterday.
The payoff pitch just misses up and away. Robles works a walk just as we're chatting about how the Shadowcats have been attacking the zone, specifically how Gruters has been attacking the zone. He walks a man aboard. There's now first and second, only one down here in the top of the third. Sherman leads at 6-4.
Well, this has been the issue for the Shadowcats dating back even to the first half of the year. You have to be able to get the shutdown inning after your team gives you the lead in the bottom half.
First offering to Sammy Morales. One misses again. Now Gruters gonna have to reel back in. Morales out of New Mexico JUCO. Spent his freshman year playing 27 games. Here's the pitch. Misses again, 2-0. He had 2 bombs and 14 ribbies, hitting just under 260. Now, with 2 ducks on the pond, a chance to claw back in this game. Gruters checks, kicks, and deals. Misses, so 3 straight balls, back-to-back pitching, back-to-back batters, rather, in which he's done this, throwing 3 straight out of the zone. We'll see if Morales swings the offering. That one finds the plate, 3-1. So unlike Robles, Morales keeps the bat on his shoulder. Very ill-advised to swing in a 3-0 count. You're daring the pitcher to throw another ball after throwing 3 straight. Here's the 3-1. That one finds the zone. Back-to-back counts now where Gruters has gone 3 balls and then 2 strikes to boot. Last batter, Robles, he walked him on 6. A chance to get the second out here. The pitch, swung on and lined into left field, a base hit. The runners will advance. It's a 1-out single to load the bases for Morales. So with Ham on third, Robles on second, Morales now on first. That'll bring up David De Hoyos. Chance to bring in some river monsters.
That was a nice play by Sessions in left field, who charged the ground ball out there to left, saying he's not going to allow any runners to score from second base. Got the throw in quickly to the cutoff man, Riqueo, and delivered a strike to his cutoff man, too. So nice play by Sessions, making sure no runs have come across there.
And for David De Hoyos, he's got 14 RBIs as well on the year. Went to Amarillo, then transferred to Missouri Western State, where he hit .326. Righty facing the lefty Gruters. First pitch he sees is outside. Gruters struggling to find the zone here in the third. With the bases loaded, there's nowhere to put De Hoyos. Time called by the home plate umpire. He'll clean off home plate. here at Veterans Field. Dust will fly. It's Shadowcats home, and we love it very much, but if it's not watered, dust will kick into everybody's faces. The 1-0. There's a chopper to third over the reach of Ricky Requejo. That'll bring in a run, an RBI single for David De Hoyos as the pitch or the throw in gets away from catcher Cole Carnes. He corrals before anybody has a chance to jump on the mistake. Sherman now leads it just 6-5, the top of the third.
Now batting number 60, Jake Pineda.
And for the Shadowcats, you kind of got the ground ball there, but that was just a high chopper. You mentioned when this field's not watered, there can be some really high hops, and that one, just a high chopper getting over the head of Requejo at third. Unfortunate and unlucky.
That brings up Jake Pineda, the lefty. First pitch to him, a strike. 0-1. Rooters checking Robles at third. Gets set. Gives a stare to De Hoyos at first. Now offers home. Finds the zone for a strike ahead 0-2. Pineda catching both games today. Rather, caught yesterday, now catching again today. The 0-2 home. That curveball missing outside, 1-2. The lefty standing at 5'11", 185. The very low to the ground squat stance. Waggles the bat as he awaits the pitch. Swung on line, right field, trending foul. It's ruled foul. Oh, the San Antonio dugout, not fans of that call. Nonetheless, he will return to the batter's box and continue the fight. Pineda could have brought in a pair of runs there.
Probably could have cleared the bases there. That ball was trending towards the corner out there in right field. That's always a threat to clear the bases, so that's a very lucky foul ball for the Shadowcats and for Gruters to get another life out there.
Only one down in the top of the third. The offering is served into left field, just around third base, into foul territory. Robles scores. Here comes Morales. He scores standing up. A one-out double with the bases loaded for Jake Pineda. Sherman now trails 7-6 in the top of the third. Shadowcat manager Barry Manuel out to meet with his southpaw. Dissatisfied with the inning, unable to respond after the offense put up a 5 spot in the bottom half of the second.
And that was just a really great piece of hitting that time from Jake Pineda as he just threw his hands. That ball wasn't hit very hard, only 78 miles per hour off the bat, but he just threw his hands at a away fastball, sending it just inside the third base line, fair past the reach of Requejo, and it allowed 2 runs to come across. Those last 2 hits offered by Gruters, really unfortunate, as you had a slow chopper by De Hoyos that allowed a run to come home to score. Could have been an inning-ending double play, but it just got over the head of Requejo. Unfortunate there, and that one just a slap shot, soft sink, or rather soft double in the left field that allowed 2 runs to score.
I'll bring up Alex Villalobos. Villalobos taking first pitch. Gruder set at the belt, kicks and deals. Tapper foul. He's behind in the count, or rather even 1-1. Yobos 1 for 1 on the day, single in the second and came around to score. Only 2 players on River Monsters have not come around to score today. That would be Pineda, who's waiting, or rather De Hoyos waiting at third. And Bacon, 1-1, that one missing, 2-1. High-scoring affair here. The Shadowcat crowd. As Gruters working. Pitch. Line third base side, just foul. Could have been trouble. Just about a foot away from the base to the left of the base. And so the count 1-2. Villalobos. 9-hole trying to flip San Antonio's roster over. The 1-2 cut on and fouled off into the Shadowcats dugout, staying alive. Villalobos, 140 average on the season, just got 6 hits. He struck out 18 times. Last year, played for the River Monsters where he had a 190 average, so a little below that this year. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and sent high in the air to right field, trending the foul territory, and it will drop in between everybody on the line, ruled a fair ball. Here comes De Hoyos from third. He scores. The throw cut off by the catcher, Boyles. Miscommunication from first baseman Tyler Sessions, second baseman Izzy Bencosme, and right fielder Ellington Jefferson, and now San Antonio leads it 8-6 in the top of the third.
Yeah, there's no excuse. That ball had to get caught, as everyone was just kind of caught looking at it, and that's probably on Bencosme. He probably should have made that play, but Jefferson, not the, I guess, most fleet of foot running in to come grab that one either.
Lineup flips over, Roman Trinidad. First pitch to him bounced in the dirt. Villalobos takes second without a throw.
And that's another just unfortunate run surrendered by Gruters. And it's not like these last 3 runs that have come in off of him have been hit hard. It's been soft contact, soft contact, soft contact.
Gruters offers the 1-0 in there for a strike, 1-1.
The high chopper over Rakeo, then the slap shot down the left field line, just 70 miles per hour off the bat, and then a dropped pop-up, or a pop-up that just falls. Last 3 hits.
1-1 to the Emerald Hills native. That one's cut on and missed. Count slides to 1-2. Roman Trinidad, one of the few New Mexico JUCO guys in the starting lineup. His teammate Sammy Morales came around to score earlier in this inning as Sherman trails 8-6. Here's the pitch. In there, strike 3. Andrew Gruters pulls the string on the curveball. There's 2 down, the top of the third. Sherman trails 8-6.
Good comeback at bat as he just dropped a curveball into the zone. Trinidad upset that he couldn't get the bat off the shoulder there, the lefty taking all the way. And a good job just getting the strikeout, coming back after giving up 4 straight runs.
First offering now to Nathan Hodge is a liner over the reach of Raquejo at third in the left field. Pineda comes around, he scores. Villalobos makes the turn, he scores standing up. A 2 RBI single for Nathan Hodge. Sherman trails 10-6 in the top of the third. That's gonna be it for Andrew Gruters. His day is done. 10 earned runs in 2 2/3 innings. Shadowcats. I'm gonna call to the bullpen. Braden Phelps entering the game. We'll step aside. Sherman trails it 10-6. Welcome back, Shadowcat Nation. We are here in the third inning, which is brought to you by 903 Brewers, crafted to perfection. Please drink responsibly. Sherman gave up 6 runs, just getting 2 outs here. Still in the third. Braden Phelps, the arm on for the Shadowcats to get out of the jam. Actually, not much of a jam anymore. Hodge leads off of first. All the damage has been done here. 6 runs given up by Andrew Gruder. So Phelps set on the mound. The righty offers the sidewinder. It's a foul ball from Bacon, and we are underway after the pitching change. Eric Bacon fouls it off of Phelps, who releases just above the belt. Phelps has struck out 8, walked 10. He's had issues finding the zone. We'll see if that comes to bite him here. The 0-1. That one misses. 1-1. And for San Antonio, Bacon is the only player in the lineup not to have scored today. This righty on lefty battle, the 1-1. Swung on and ripped into left center field, a base hit. Moya plays it on a hop. He can't field it cleanly. That means that Hodge is going to push from second to third. Taking advantage of the error, a free base. Runners at the corners for Braden Phelps. Now the bell's starting to ring. The Shadowcats got to put a lid on this inning sooner rather than later.
It's been a frustrating inning as the Shadowcats have just given up too many just mistakes, easy hits, and it's been a couple of plays that probably should have been made. They'll go down as hits, and it's not like the Shadowcats hitting or the pitching has been all that terrible. They're just kind of getting knocked around.
That'll bring up Hunter Ham. Came around to score last time up this inning. His first pitch to him gets away. Here comes Hodge to the plate. The play, not in time. The flip to Phelps couldn't do the trick. San Antonio now leads 11-6 in the top of the third. Bacon advances to second amidst the chaos. Things go from bad to worse. And earlier, Andrew Gruters only walked a pair, but gave up 11 hits. That is the reason he has 10 earned runs. Now Braden Phelps into the game. Trying to stop the bleeding, could not with that wild pitch. Now runner on second, 1-0 home. Cut on and fouled back. Hodge comes around to score. Bacon on second. Ham at the plate. RBI single back in the first. That was ages ago now. I'm now 10 years older.
Oh, no, I don't want to know how old I am now.
You don't want to know. Phelps, a check on the runner at second. He winds home. This one high in the air. First base side foul territory. It does bounce foul. Jefferson out and right, give it a look. Determined it was not going to be in play, which it was not.
Well, it was in play, but it landed foul, and I don't know. I thought that was a pretty disappointing effort from him because he didn't even look like he thought that ball was foul the entire way or out of play the entire way, but that ball wasn't even close to being out of play.
Now the 1-2 to Ham. This one sent right back at Phelps. Then Cosme Fields throws to first in time. Oh, damage done. San Antonio responds to Sherman's 5 spot with 7 runs. The top of the third. We go to the bottom half of the inning. Sherman trails 11-6. You're listening to Sherman Shadowcats Baseball on the Jake Shockley State Farm Radio Network. And if you're watching on TCL TV. Welcome back, Shadowcat Nation. Will Clifford here alongside Josh Rashinoff. Sam Johnson. He's producing away. Batter for the Shadowcats, Ryan Sessions. How do you respond after you give up 7? First pitch to him. That one misses outside. 1-0.
Well, we've seen the Shadowcats go down big in games. Now, the first half Shadowcats would respond by folding. If the Shadowcats faced a 5-run deficit, most of the time it was over.
The 1-0. Cut on and missed. Count even at 1 apiece.
The second half Shadowcats has been hit or miss, so to say. They're early on in the first half felt like this team was kind of like the Cardiac Cats, kept on coming back, but as of late they've been struggling in comeback fashion.
Espinoza deals. He misses. 2-1. He's still on the mound through 42 pitches. Starting pitcher has given up 4 earned runs, 6 total on just 3 hits, but courtesy of 2 errors. There's the offering to Sessions, bounced in the dirt, count now 3-1. Kids running around everywhere here. Veterans Field as the sun starts to set. Sessions, the lefty, facing the righty Espinoza. That one's in the dirt. A 5-pitch walk to the leadoff batter. There's a man aboard. That's the right way to respond, or rather to start your response.
Yeah.
1 walk won't do it. That won't cut down this deficit as Sherman trails 11-6 in the bottom of the 3rd. But they've scored both in the first and in the second. The bats are chugging. You just can't turn them off. That's the bottom line. Don't turn off the bats. As that brings up Jarrett Halter, the righty, doing the designated hitting. First offering to him is downstairs, 1-0. Halter out of Seminole State, grew up in Texarkana, hitting 190 on the year. But at Seminole State, he hit 344. Now, a mound visit for San Antonio in the middle of the at-bat. Michael Oros trots out there to check on his pitcher, see if something is awry. His concern for his health. San Antonio comes into the matchup 6-6 on the season. They dropped a game yesterday to the Shadowcats. Sherman on the other side of things. They're 4-11 the second half of the season. Oros will retire to the dugout, and that will be that. Starting pitcher is okay. MJ Espinoza keeps working with one on in the 1-0 count to Jarrett Halter. Pickoff attempt, not in time. Quick check to Sessions. Now the offering home. Swung on and popped up just behind the infield grass in center field. Bacon running all the way in makes the play. There's one down here and still one on.
Now
At the bottom of the third, Sherman trails 11-6. That brings up Charlie Boyles.
Charlie
Righty
Boyles.
doing the catching today. There's a hello to Nada behind the plate, San Antonio. Boyles out of Baton Rouge. First offering to him. Finding the zone, 0-1. Boyles hitting 170 on the year. He's been a full season player for the Shadowcats. He's splitting the catching duties with Cole Carnes. The 0-1. Finds the zone once more, so in a hole 0-2. Time to shorten up. Statistically proven that MLB players have a two-strike approach, although a lot of them won't admit to it. They foul off the most pitches in the 0-2 count out of any other count. The offering upstairs, cut on and miss, strike 3. Boyles went fishing for something that was at his eyes.
Went fishing for the birds.
Shadowcats, number 26, Izzy Cosby.
Not a great return on investment if you're looking to try to reel in some birds. That hack. He turns his eyes back to the dugout. There's 2 down. Sherman still trailing by 5. Another pickoff attempt to Sessions. He's in safely. Sessions only 3 stolen bases on the year. Caught stealing once. Not the smartest base runner. First pitch to Bencosme is served into center field. Bacon's got a beat on it, and Bacon spoils that one. 4 up, 3 down for the Shadowcats in the bottom of the third. We go to the top of the fourth. Sherman trails 11-6. You, my friends, are listening to the Jake Shockley State Farm Radio Network, and if you're watching on TCL TV. Braden Phelps back on to pitch for the Shadowcats here in the top of the fourth. The fourth inning is brought to you by Austin College. Austin College, become a kangaroo today. Sherman finds themselves behind in this one, 11-6. How to keep the River Monsters off the board. That task has proved impossible. They gave up a run in the first, 3 in the second, and then 7 in the third.
Yeah, 7 runs should be a total, not a total in the inning.
River Monsters, number 59, Bruno Robles.
I'll bring up designated hitter Bruno Robles. Robles, lefty, facing side-winding Phelps. First pitch to him, up and away, 1-0. And Braden Phelps this year has struggled to find the zone, walking 13% of the batters he faces. He shakes and deals. This one lined right to first baseman Sessions. He'll step on the bag. Leadoff man retired. One down here, top of the fourth. Sherman trailing 11-6.
Number 11, Sammy Morales.
I'll bring up Sammy Morales. Morales, 5'8" shortstop. On the defensive side of things, responsible for one of the two errors as a ball just ate him up back in the second. First pitch to him, missing, 1-0. Morales hitting 188 with an on-base percentage of .409. He struck out 39 times and walked 24 to boot. The 1-0. Right down Broadway, a heater clocking in at 86 from Phelps. 1-1. Morales, 2 home runs at JUCO out in New Mexico. Only one here. Here's the pitch. Ooh. Runs in and hits him in the helmet. Morales, all good. Flips the bat in a little bit of frustration as he trots down to first. Never happy to get plunked and up in the head. Not a fun spot to be hit.
Yeah, no, definitely not a place where you'd want to, get one up in the head neck area. That one looked like it got in on his front shoulder. So Phelps is a little bit susceptible to that. We've seen him have hit by pitches like that before with a sidearm swing, or rather the sidearm sling. You can toss a few balls up there that way.
That'll bring up David De Hoyos. First pitch to him, chopper foul, 0-1. De Hoyos today flew out to shortstop and came around to score in the third. 8 of 9 River Monsters have plated today. Morales dancing on first. Check. Now, pitch home. Misses away. Good job by Boyles behind the dish. Keeping that one from trickling to the bad stop, allowing Morales to scamper over. So Morales residing on first. 4 for 4 on stolen bases. A deep breath from Phelps. Runner goes. Ball is strike. Throw to second is not in time. Pitch was a slider down the gut. David De Hoyos wanted nothing to do with it as he knew the steal was on for Morales. It's now a runner in the back of Braden Phelps over on second. Only one down here in the top of the fourth. Sherman, the only team in the TCL that does not use PitchCom. They still go old-fashioned hand signals. As a check, now the pitch. Swung on in, fouled off behind home plate. Count stays as is. Sherman hasn't had trouble with the hand signals, although in theory, the opposing team could get a beat on what they may be, and with the runner on second, relay the sign to the batter. Not happening here is Morales trying to time up Phelps. The 1-2 is swung on and sent high in the air to center field. Bubba Moya works under it and makes the play. A bluff from Morales at second. He stays put. So there's 2 down, but a runner on second. Here in the top of the fourth, Sherman trail by 5.
Let's go, fans, be loud. And the Shadowcats getting out for the next half inning. $3 Shadowcat draft at the Beer Garden.
Phelps trying to get out of the inning without allowing a run. But threat at second. First pitch to the new batter, Pineda. That one's lined into left field. Now Morales turns at third. He's going for the plate. The throw is cut off by Phelps. And they have Pineda in a rundown. Throw to first in time. Pineda took too big of a turn at first. Phelps stared him down. But a run comes across to score. Sherman now trailing 12-6. We're going to the bottom of the fourth. You're listening to Sherman Shadowcats baseball on the Jake Shockley State Farm Radio Network and watching on TCL TV. Thank you for rocking with us, Shadowcat Nation. Here in the bottom of the fourth, Sherman trails 12-6. Sherman gonna need some rallying, and they will call on the 9-hole. It'll be Ricky Riquejo. First pitch he sees, swung on and sent to third base. Fielded cleanly by Hodge. He throws in time. Quickly, the leadoff man is retired. MJ Espinoza still working on the mound for San Antonio. Gets first out, lickety split. Lineup flips over, it's Bubba Moya. He's been holding down center field for the Shadowcats. Hitting .250 on the year. Same average he hit at Alvin Community College as a freshman. First pitch to him. Clips the bottom of the zone, 0-1. Espinoza starting to get more comfortable tossing a slider. He's been sticking to the fastball, curveball, changeup combo. His slider sits at 74. 3-0-1. Misses low, 1-1. Moya today flew out to short and then singled and came around to score in the second. Now trailing 6 runs. Tasked with starting a rally for the Shadowcats. Pitch. This is away, 2-1. And a righty on lefty duel. Espinoza the righty, Moya the lefty. 2-1 sent on a hot rope to Morales at short. He picks it out of the sky quickly. 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. Sherman trail by 6.
Now batting for the Shadowcats, number 16, Zach Felstad.
That brings up Zach Felstad. He's been working at shortstop here in Sherman, Texas. 5'11" lefty, hitting .360 on the year. Espinoza's first offering to him is in the dirt, 1-0. Two out. Sherman is 2 for 7 today. Those 2 hits coming back in the second when Sherman plated 5 runs in the inning. Now they've allowed San Antonio to fight back. It's the 1-0, runs in and clips him. Felstad wears it like a champ and trots down to first. There's 1 on with 2 outs. Here, bottom of the 4th. That brings up the big man, Tyler Sessions.
Now batting number 38, Tyler Sessions.
Sessions started his tenure with the Shadowcats back on June 30th. In his first 6 games, won TCL Player of the Week. Hit .391 with a 50 on-base percentage, slugging .739. First offering to him, swung on and missed on a slider in the dirt, 0-1. He had 9 hits and 5 RBIs and a homer. Now, struggled a little since then. He's tapered off. The 0-1. Tapper off his foot. Now in a hole 0-2. Since then, in 8 games, hitting .333, 10 hits through 30 at-bats. He's walked 4 times, but struck out 11, whereas back in the first 6 games he played, he only struck out 9 times. As he awaits the 0-2. This one fouled off. We'll reset and do it again. Felstad waiting on first. A threat to steal. 11 for 12 on stolen bases this year. Felstad had 4 this year at college at UC Irvine. Tyler Sessions, part of this lefty lane for the Shadowcats. 0-2. Bounced in the dirt. Did it hit him? It did not, as Felstad scampers to second.
Oh, apparently it did hit him.
They say dead ball, it did hit him. That was a very late call.
Well, the home plate umpire, Michael Deacon, didn't say it hit him, but then the field umpire, Matthew Deacon, said it did. So the brother is disagreeing. That's 2 straight hit by pitches. Have to try and find a way to play it across at least 1 or 2 runs to chip into the 6-run deficit.
MJ Espinoza starting to struggle with some control. Came into the game with more walks than strikeouts at a 17-16 ratio. That brings up lefty Ellington Jefferson. Temporarily a lefty as he's a switch hitter, but against righties settles for the left-hander's box. First pitch to him, upstairs, 1-0. Felstad waits on second as time is called by Pineda, the catcher. Jefferson in the transfer portal, committed to Hill College. That was just a couple weeks ago. And at Amarillo, where he left, hit 2 home runs in 32 games played. Here in Sherman, he's hit 2 bombs, both of which coming at Veterans Field. As crowd of over 600 await, here's the 1-0. One's in the dirt, 2-0. Not a bad game plan to keep the bat on his shoulder. Hit 2 straight pitchers, Espinoza has, or rather 2 straight batters, excuse me. No reason to hack at anything unless it's a meatball. Here's the 2-0. Upstairs and away, 3-0.
Another one.
3 balls, no strikes, 2 down here. We're in the bottom of the 4th where Sherman trails by 6. With 2 on, Sherman needs to bring in some runs. The 3-0. This is low. The bases are now loaded as Jefferson strolls to first base.
Have to take advantage of these free bases given to you. The Shadowcats took advantage in the second inning with a couple of 2-out errors. Now with these 2-out walks by Espinoza, they have to find a way to take advantage and at least play it across. You have to try and get 2 of these runs across.
Bases juiced for the Shadowcats with 2 down. Espinoza, nowhere to put the brother of Tyler Sessions. It's Ryan Sessions, also a lefty, in the 5-hole playing left field. First pitch to him, right down Broadway, 0-1. After testing out the slider through the inning, Espinoza going to old reliable. It's the heater. Now he checks a runner at third, Felstad. Moving around, the 0-1 misses away. 1-1.
Another one.
Felstad like a shark that smells blood in the water. Espinoza can't locate the plate. Felstad ready to pounce at a moment's notice if a ball trickles away from Pineda, the catcher. Espinoza, a deep breath, kicks and deals. Slider at the top of the zone, 2-1.
Another one.
Hasn't felt comfortable moving back to the changeup. Sherman has scored 6 runs on 3 hits, courtesy of 2 San Antonio errors as well. The 2-1, swung on and driven to right field. That's in between the gap of center and right. Felstad scores. Here comes Tyler Sessions. He scores. The runner's held up as the throw gets away from the cutoff man. Here comes Jefferson. Ellington Jefferson scores. A 3 RBI double for Ryan Sessions. Sherman is right back in this one. They trail 12-9 in the bottom of the 4th.
Just a good piece of hitting by Ryan Sessions that time, as that one split the gap in right center field. Good job by Trinidad to come in and cut it off from going to the wall, initially allowing Jefferson to stay put at third, but then his throw got away from the cutoff man Morales and allowed Sessions to get to second, Jefferson to come home and score. It's a much more interesting ballgame now, Will.
Much more interesting, Josh, much more. So that brings up Jarrett Halter, the designated hitter. First offering to him, a strike, 0-1. Jarrett Halter on the day was hit by a pitch in the second, came around to score, and flew out to center field. That was in the 3rd. Now Jarrett Halter, the man on second. The 0-1. Owen finds the plate. So Espinoza with 2 outs allows 3 to score. The 0-2 fouled back our way. I think that one hit off our tent.
Did it? I didn't think so. Sam? No?
Tent
No?
started to
No.
shake. That was interesting.
Well, it could have been the kids running around here.
As possible. Rowdy crowd, the 0-2. Low and away, 1-2 now. Ryan Sessions trying to time up Espinoza on second base, possibly swipe a bag. Sherman still in debt, 3 runs. The 1-2. Swung on and popped up. Hodge under it at third base, and he makes the play. Sherman fights back. They trail 12-9. We're going to the top of the 5th. You're listening to Sherman Shadowcats Baseball on the Jake Shockley State Farm Radio Network and watching on TCL TV. The Singing Shadowcats here, the top of the 5th, here to take you the rest of the way. Josh Rajanoff. Joshy?
Thanks, Willie Pooh. Shadowcats. Oh, you coming with Joshy? I'm gonna come back a little bit. Don't get me wrong. Shadowcats now trailing just by 3 after they got 3 in the bottom of the 4th. Here now here in the top of the 5th, trailing 12-9. Brady Phelps back out for another inning of work. Alex Villalobos to lead it off. First pitch to the righty. Strike at the bottom of the zone. 0-1 the count. Yeah, I have to get you back, Will. You do. You're not going to take free shots at me without me at least
that's
coming
fine.
back, yeah?
I'm not questioning the shot taking. I'm just questioning the shot.
Willie Pooh, you don't like
that? You practiced that shot?
0-1. It's on the outer half, and the count's 0-2.
Josh, you shot that shot?
Yeah, I mean,
practiced that shot?
Willie Pooh makes sense, no? You call me Joshy, I'm going to come back. Why not?
You know, there's other ways to go. I was a little disappointed. You're going to throw haymakers. Throw haymakers.
0-2, the count, the pitch. Caught on fouled straight back. So we'll do it again at 0-2.
Yeah, come on,
All right, so give me, what would you have gone
me.
with? Willie the Pooh is what I was thinking.
Willie the Pooh would be a good one, but Willie Pooh, or you could do
Willie Pie,
Willie Pie.
I mean, these are all very similar to Willie Pooh.
But Willie Pooh.
Are you questioning the Pooh?
I'm questioning the Pooh. You got to get creative.
It's a baby name.
It's a baby name, but it's Josh Raj.
I mean, I've been called Joshy my entire life. Last year, Chris Johnson and the Shadowcats manager on the road trips, he would call me Joshy all the time.
Did I hit home? Some nostalgia for you?
A little bit.
Old man, old timer?
0-2 the count. Phelps to Villalobos, the pitch. Called strike 3. Villalobos caught watching a fastball on the outer half. And there's one gone to start the top of the 5th inning. Lineup flips back to the top to Roman Trinidad. First strikeout for Phelps. One gone, no one aboard. Shadowcats trail by 3, top 5. Roman Trinidad at the plate, had the 3-run home run in the 2nd inning. Since then, it's been 8 runs scored for just San Antonio. And 8 for the Shadowcats as well. First pitch into Trinidad at the top of the zone. 0-1 the count. So since then, 16 runs. How about that? It's been a very, very high-scoring affair between these two teams.
Polar opposite from yesterday.
0-1. That one misses up and away, so the count's 1-1.
A shutout for the Shadowcats yesterday, and a complete game on the other side of things from San Antonio's pitcher.
So both teams flipping the scripts as the Shadowcats trying to come back and pick up a win, try and make it 2 straight after their 8-game losing streak. 1-1 sent foul with the third base dugout, 1-2. And I asked Barry Manuel before the game, I said, you guys, fresh off of losing 8 straight, picked up the win yesterday. How much are you thinking about the playoffs? And without hesitation, he goes, oh, I'm thinking about it a lot. And it was different from, whenever a team's down 3-0 in a series, you hear them say all the time, we got to take it 1 game at a time. 1-2, cut on and missed. Trinidad waves and misses at a fastball that was away, upset with himself as he walks back to the first base dugout. 2 strikeouts for Phelps, and there's 2 gone in the top of the 5th. No one aboard. Shadowcats trail by 3. So you hear all the time, coaches, players, you name it, down 3-0 in a series, or if they're out of the standings, got to take it 1 game at a time. Got to just take it slow, pitch by pitch, inning by inning, point by point, whatever sport you're talking about. First pitch, flared foul by Hodge, 0-1. But when talking to Barry Manuel, the conviction in his voice said something to me. Because this is a guy who has been trying to make the playoffs since the second half of the season started, really all year. But he knew in the first half, the team was out of it. So in the second half, his goal has been to make the playoffs. Now the Shadowcats have a path, albeit a very hard one. 0-1. Breaking ball dropped in the zone, counts 0-2. Shadowcats essentially have to win out. They might have room for 1, maybe 2 losses. But if they win 7 of their last 9 remaining, that gets them back to 500.
And Josh, you say all this, and they're also 2-16 on the road. They've only got 2 home games left this year.
0-2 the count and the pitch. Check swing on a breaking ball low and away. Did he go around? No, says Matthew Deacon, the first base umpire.
And also, point blank, you're trailing 3 here. You've given up 12 runs. You can't give up 12 runs and expect to win ball games.
But the Shadowcats still trying to fight back and chip away. They got 3 in the bottom of the 4th, and now trying to make it a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the 5th. Phelps comes set and deals home. This is low and away with a breaking ball. So the count's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone, no one aboard, and Shadowcats trail 12-9. So the Shadowcats, it's going to take game by game, and Shadowcats trailing by 3 now, but have an opportunity to make it a comeback. 2-2, foul tipped off the glove of Boyle, straight back. So it sounds cliche, but the players believe. And it's hard to lose 8 games in a row, and both Barry Manuel and Isaac Davila told us after yesterday's game they feel like it's harder to lose 8 games in a row than to win just one of those, maybe 2. But you have to put that behind you, and this team, they have confidence and belief in this team. 2-2. This one popped up, shallow center field. In comes Moya, out goes Bencosme and Felstad. It's the shortstop, Felstad, who makes the over-the-shoulder grab, and that retires the side. So it's a 1-2-3 inning offered by Braden Phelps, and the Shadowcats trying to go to bat in the bottom of the 5th, trailing 12-9. You're listening to Sherman Shadowcats Baseball on the Jay Shockley State Farm Shadowcats Audio Network and watching on TCL TV. Bottom of the 5th, Shadowcats trailing the River Monsters 12-9 in a high-scoring affair. This 5th inning brought to you by Grayson College. Find your student success today at Grayson College. New pitcher on the bump for San Antonio, Bruno Robles, who started today's game as the designated hitter, now enters as the relief pitcher, taking over for MJ Espinoza, who officially goes 4 innings, giving up 9 runs on just 4 hits, but 2 errors behind him didn't help, and 3 walks as well in the 4th. First pitch to Charlie Boyles, line down the left field line, foul. So the count's 0-1. So Ruben Felix and the San Antonio River Monsters call on Bruno Robles, set to make his 6th appearance on the year. In 12 1/3 innings of work, a 5.84 ERA, that's 8 earned runs, 13 strikeouts compared to just 8 walks, so a guy who's going to fill up the zone. A 1.62 whip has given up 12 hits in 12 and a third innings so far this year. 0-1 the count to Charlie Boyles. Robles working from the wind. Kicks and deals the 0-1. This one flared over the first base dugout foul. So the count's 0-2. So Shadowcats chase Espinoza in 4 innings. And now get to the bullpen for San Antonio that is very thin, to say the least. And hence why we saw Matthew Foley go 8 innings on 128 pitches yesterday. 0-2, cut on and missed. It hit the dirt, so Pineda, the catcher, has to apply the tag on Boyles. A 3-pitch, 3-strike at-bat as Boyles goes down waving and missing.
Now coming to the plate.
There's one gone, no one aboard in the bottom of the 5th inning. Shadowcats trailing the San Antonio River Monsters 12-9. Bottom of the lineup has struggled today, now officially 0 for 7. Only guy to reach was Ricky Riccio on an error in the 2nd. First pitch to Izzy Bencosme. The righty takes low. 1-0 the count. Boyles strikes out for the 2nd time today. Bencosme a couple of flyouts today.
Josh, yesterday the Bencosme blast was enough to do the deal against San Antonio. Today, with 1 down, you need him to reach.
1-0 the count. And the pitch. Breaking ball bounced slow and away. So the count's 2-0. Robles on today's day, he's 0 for 2 with a couple of groundouts the first and a walk. The 273 hitter for San Antonio now takes the mound. A guy who's not like it's a position player pitching just to eat up innings type thing. He pitches, making his 6th appearance on the year. 2-0. Chopped foul. Counts 2-1. But now the issue for San Antonio comes that they are going to kill the DH essentially. So Robles will hit for himself. But if another pitcher were to come in, it takes Robles out of the game, and that pitcher would have to hit for themselves. – 2-1 the pitch. That one misses inside with the fastball, and the count's 3-1. So Robles is probably going to be tasked by his manager, Ruben Felix, to potentially go the rest of this game. See if he can eat up some innings for his team. 3-1. Big wave and a miss. Bencosme behind on a fastball. Counts 3-2.
Josh, the Shadowcat bats, they've moved batters around, base runners around, but they only have 4 hits from 9 runs.
But it's been 5 free bases along with 2 errors that has allowed base runners for the Shadowcats. Payoff pitch. Misses inside. 1-out walk offered to Izzy Bencosme. Shadowcats have a runner on first. Ricky Riccio trying to move some runners over and see if the Shadowcats can cut into this 3-run deficit in the bottom of the 5th. Just 1 gone. Bencosme on first. Ricky Riccio 0 for 2 today. Couple of, well, ground out and then reached on an error. Bencosme off of first. See if he tests the new pitcher Robles and his move, and Pineda behind the plate. Decent lead for Bencosme. Not going. First pitch. Runs inside and hits Riccio on the wrist. So similar to the bottom of the 4th inning, a few free bases offered by River Monsters pitching. And that allows the tying run to come to the plate in Bubba Moya.
Hey Josh, it's the same exact recipe. Free bases, lineup flips. San Antonio has dealt with the last 4 batters in the Shadowcats order, all righties, fairly handily. But when it comes to the top 5, who can all bat lefty, they have not been able to retire them effectively.
It's been 5 walks and now 4 hit by pitches offered by San Antonio pitching. First pitch to Moya. The lefty takes on the outer half, so the count's 0-1. The third baseman, Hodge, plays in expecting a bunt, but the first baseman, Hunter Ham, plays back. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Lineup at the top of the order, Bubba Moya, 0 for 3 today, reached on an error in the second. 0-1, Moya takes low, so the count's 1-1. Moya representing the tying run as the Shadowcats trying to climb all the way back. Trailed by 6 runs entering the 4th inning after they surrendered 7 in the 3rd. 1-1. Moya takes away, counts 2-1. So Robles struggling to find the zone. And Ruben Felix, if you're the manager for San Antonio, this is not what you want to see. I see your guy out of the bullpen eat up innings and try and command the zone, but he's walked 2 straight behind the count to Bubba Moya, the leadoff hitter, 2-1. Entered today with a .444 on base percentage. The pitch. This is low, counts 3-1. Robles seems to be having some trouble on the mound. His front foot is slipping a lot as he lands. And that's going to draw a mound visit from Jake Pineda, his catcher, to try and calm down his pitcher as Robles trying to move some dirt around on the mound, but his front foot keeps on slipping. It's
part of Veterans Field, which has its own characteristics that make it great. It's if you can't.
But it is a well manicured mound, but it just doesn't take a lot for it to kind of get torn apart. These Shadowcat pitchers spend a lot of time trying to fix up the mound, fix the divots, and fix the landing spot hole that's on the mound. But the issue is after 4.5 innings like we've seen today, it just goes away again. So it's hard to take care of. At the beginning of the game, it looks like a great mound because of how well the Shadowcats pitchers take care of it. 3-1 pitch. This one lined to the left side, past the reach of the shortstop Morales into left field, a base hit. Ben Cosme rounding third. Here comes the throw from Villalobos. Up the line. Ben Cosme scores. It's an RBI single for Bubba Moya. It's now a 12-10 Shadowcat deficit with a tying run now on base as Ben Cosme scores. Raqueo to third and Moya on first. Tying run on first, and the go-ahead run at the plate, and Zach Felstad had a solo shot in the first. Could take the lead with one swing here in the bottom of the 5th.
Pineda was just giving an earful to Morales, the shortstop, and Hodge, the third baseman. Did not like where they were positioned on that play. They were playing straight up. That would be a double play. Instead, ironically, they were in position for the double play ball, which they did not get.
First pitch is Zach Felstad, misses high. So the count 1-0 to the 2-hole today for the Shadowcats. The UC Irvine product, who has yet to get out today. A home run, single, and a hit by pitch in today's ballgame. Has a chance to cut into this 2-run deficit. Shadowcats have runners on the corners.
Don't be shocked if Moya steals here to get out of the double play ball.
1-0. This one hit back towards second. Not fielded on a line, but taken by De Hoyos. The throw to second in time, throw to first. They double up Felstad. An inning-ending double play. Bruno Robles works out of a jam as that ball was hit on a line. De Hoyos fielded it on a short hop, able to get the flip to second and then double up Felstad, and that concludes the bottom of the 5th. But the Shadowcats do get a run on a hit in strand 2. We go to the top of the 6th, 12-10. Shadowcats trailing the River Monsters. You're listening to Sherman Shadowcats Baseball on the Jake Shockley State Farm Shadowcats Audio Network and watching on TCL TV. the top of the 6th we go. Shadowcats trailing the River Monsters 12-10 in what's been an action-packed night here at Veterans Field. 22 runs combined between these two teams, and right now it's San Antonio who has the edge by 2. Braden Phelps back out for another inning of work, facing off against Eric Bacon to start this 6th inning. Righty-lefty battle. The righty Phelps set, deals home. The sidewinder misses low and inside, so the count's 1-0. Bacon 1 for 3 today is the only River Monster not to come across and score. The River Monsters have 12 runs via 8 unique run scorers. 1-0. This one hit well. Deep out to right field. Jefferson going back to the track. He's under it and makes the play. That ball had home run distance as Jefferson caught it in front of the short wall in right field. If he wasn't there, that ball probably barely sneaks over that short fence. Instead, it's out number 1, and the Shadowcats still trailing 12-10 in the top of the 6th. No one aboard.
Josh, by definition, is that a home run robbery?
It's probably the most anticlimactic home run robbery, but yeah, I guess you could say so. First pitch on its way to Hunter Ham. Righty takes away. So the count 1-0. And Eric Bacon, not usually a power guy, but that one had home run distance. Again, this is an old high school field here in Sherman, so it's not too hard to get out of the ballpark here, but that ball was
about 315 to that right field fence, right?
Yeah, I think so, something like that. That ball, I can't tell if that one had the angle to get over the fence, but it was close. 1-0, that one misses away, counts 1-1. Rather, 2-0. But Jefferson didn't have to reach over the fence or anything. He just kind of caught it head high right in front of that short, I want to say 3-foot fence in right field. 2-0. Ham fouls this one straight back. So the count's 2-1.
Yeah, I'm pretty shocked we haven't seen many guys going over that right field fence. I think only one homer that's gone directly over it, and it was a no-doubter anyways.
And it's not like it's a short porch a la Yankee Stadium. It's not like it's distance-wise any different from left field, but it's more of like a short fence. Again, it's just 3 feet compared to the probably 10-foot walls out there in the normal outfield. 2-1, that one is swung on a miss, counts 2-2. And the reason that fence is there is to provide a viewing experience for the suites out in right field. And those suites packed today, 2 of the 3 being occupied. 2-2 pitch. Got him swinging. Third strikeout of the day in relief for Braden Phelps, who has really come in and weathered the storm. There's 2 gone, no one aboard. Here in the top of the 6th inning, 12-10. Shadowcats trail the River Monsters.
Josh, this is one of his longest outings as a pitcher for the Shadowcats. He's been struggling to find the zone, which has got him pulled from some games. He's attacking today.
Officially just reached 3 innings of work after coming in the 3rd inning. First pitch into now the pitcher, Bruno Robles, misses inside. 1-0 the count. Came in relief with 2 outs in the 3rd, trying to get the last out of that 7-run inning for San Antonio. 1-0. One misses up and away, so the count's 2-0.
Josh, if Robles stays on the mound, who has struggled to find the zone, and we don't know the state of San Antonio's bullpen, the injuries might be holding them back from using it as frequently as they'd like.
2-0. That one's a strike at the bottom of the zone, counts 2-1.
But if Robles stays in this game, Sherman has a chance on the flip side of things, so they come around to bat, to drive up the score or at least put runners on and threaten.
Try and come back. 2-1. High pop-up towards third base, fades out of play, foul. So the count, it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone, 2-run lead for San Antonio in the top of the 6th. No one aboard. Robles trying to help his own cause at the plate and start a rally.
Not often you see that.
Especially now that they've killed the DA, or rather, killed the pitcher hitting in the National League. 2-2 the count and the pitch. Chops foul, will do it again. Oh, that was always so entertaining whenever you had... I was a fan of the move because I always thought that, especially if the National League and American League are going to play each other more often like they do nowadays, I thought it was unique whenever the two leagues never really played each other. And in the World Series, it created a strategy impact for both teams, especially whenever you had a DH like David Ortiz, who needed to learn how to play the field. 2-2 misses away. But I think COVID changed a lot of things in life, and especially in baseball, too. That kind of killed that rule. And now that the NL teams are playing the AL teams, it does make sense that happens.
I like the designated hitter, but, man, seeing guys like Bartolo Colon.
Payoff pitch misses away. 2-out walk to the pitcher, Bruno Robles.
Seeing Big Sexy go big time.
It's out of here. That ball was that. I remember watching. I was watching that live.
Really?
I was. I think it was thrown on MLB Network, and they were just doing a tune into a random game, and it just happened to be that game. And I was watching. I was like, no way. Bartolo Colon, one of the most fan-favorited players in Major League history.
He's been out of the league for a while now.
Yeah. Sam Morales in the plate. Pickoff over to first, safe. Robles back in standing.
A whole generation of kids don't know about Bartolo Colon. These kids at
A whole generation of kids don't know about Madison Bumgarner and his hitting abilities at the plate. Yu Darvish was a very sneaky hitter for the Rangers whenever he got his opportunities at the plate.
Well, he's still tossing.
First pitch into Morales, misses inside. I more meant that he's not really
batting.
He's never really been known as a batter, but I guess he hit a little bit whenever he played in Japan, and Yu Darvish walked so Shohei Ohtani could run. Yu Darvish has like 5 career home runs, I think. Before the 1-0 pickoff over to first, Robles back in standing.
As we're on our MLB conversation, I do find a gripe when people compare Ohtani to Babe Ruth, and while I am a Yankees fan, outside of my time in Sherman, Texas, I just don't think that's a fair comparison because Shohei Ohtani is light years ahead of Ruth.
1-0, that one misses away 2-0.
I mean,
got a little nervous there. I thought you were about to defend
no.
Babe Ruth for a second.
No. Like, now, statistically, what Babe Ruth did, you can only play who's alive in your time, and what he did was incredibly impressive. But
I need to clarify something real quick. Yu Darvish has 1 career home run. Okay. I'm exaggerating that a little bit.
Well,
but I remember watching that home run.
You really like that homer?
2-0, cut on a miss on a high fastball, counts 2-1.
You just really love the pitcher homers.
Well, I just remember watching that game and Yu Darvish hitting a home run. Came back in 2016, that great year for the Rangers when they were the 1 seed in the American League, but then got swept by the Blue Jays in the ALDS.
Yeah, he's got a career batting average of a 10th.
2-1 misses inside, so the count's 3-1. So
rather 100.
Maybe
100th.
Maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't walk so Ohtani could run. But man, I remember he was a very sneaky hitter, and oftentimes pitchers wouldn't go up there to swing the bat. They would just kind of take and let pitch. Like you're playing with 8 batters really. 3-1 misses away. 2 straight walks offered to Sammy Morales. Shadowcats trailing 12-10, and 2 runners aboard for San Antonio. With 2 gone.
Josh, a lot of these high school and college guys, they pitch and hit.
Yeah, and you have a number of Shadowcat guys who can pitch and hit. Now, Bruno Robles, one of those guys for the River Monsters, who is on second base and trying to come around to help his cause. As David Hoyos trying to drive him home, extend the 2-run River Monsters lead here in the top of the 6th. First pitch. There's a fastball at the bottom of the zone. Counts 0-1. Morales on first, Robles on second. 2 gone, 12-10, San Antonio on top. Phelps trying to make it 3 1/3 of 1-run ball. 0-1 misses away, counts 1-1. But Phelps seemingly running out of gas a little bit here in this 6th inning. You mentioned it, Will. This is one of his longer performances of the year. Who just eclipsed 50 pitches. 1-1, and the pitch. That one misses away, counts 2-1. So Phelps seemingly running out of gas here. There is movement in the Shadowcat bullpen, and we'll see how the leash is on Phelps for Barry Manuel, the manager. 2-1. The pitch to Hoyos. Runs inside and hits him. That one caught him on the front shoulder. 3 straight free bases offered by Braden Phelps, and that might be the end of his line. As he throws 54 pitches through 3 innings of relief. Barry Manuel coming out to talk to his relief pitcher, and he points to the bullpen. We're going to get a new Shadowcat pitcher as the River Monsters have the bases loaded in the top of the 6th inning with 2 gone. Shadowcats trying to strand them there and keep this at a 2-run deficit. Stick around here in the top of the 6th inning. You're listening to Sherman Shadowcats Baseball on the Jake Shockley State Farm Shadowcats Audio Network and watching on TCL TV. Shadowcats trailing the River Monsters 12-10, still here in the top of the 6th inning. As Braden Phelps departs the mound, leaving the bases loaded, and gives way to Tanner Crispin, the right-hander, transferring out of Incarnate Word, trying to strand the bases loaded with 2 outs in the top of the 6th and keep Braden Phelps' line at three innings of just 1-run ball and keep this at a 2-run deficit for the Shadowcats going into the bottom of the 6th. So anxious moments for Tanner Crispin as a big inning could really break this game open for the River Monsters, who are already leading by 2 and have the bases loaded. Robles on third, Morales on second, De Hoyos on first. Jake Pineda, who is 3 for 3 today with 2 singles and a double at the plate. The lefty facing the righty. First pitch, Pineda takes up and away. 1-0 the count. Nowhere to put him as the bases loaded full of River Monsters.
Not quite. Not quite. Last inning, Sherman had the bases cleared. An RBI double.
1-0. Caught on a miss, and the count's 1-1. So Crispin into the zone, making appearance number 7 in 10 1/3 innings of work, has given up 9 earned runs, 15 walks as well compared to 17 strikeouts. So going to have to be in command of the zone here. On a 1-1, Pineda takes up and away. So 2-1 the count as Crispin a breath to try and keep this at a 2-run deficit. The pitch, bounce low and in, counts 3-1, and Crispin in danger of walking in a run. And this is what Barry Manuel talked to us on the coacher's report before today's game. Said you have to come out of the bullpen ready, and feels that the Shadowcats need to just trust each other out of the bullpen, giving way, and the ability to just throw strikes. 3-1 misses up and away. A bases loaded walk offered to Jake Pineda out of the 8-hole. And a walk brings home a run. It's now 13-10. River Monsters on top in the top of the 6th.
Wrong spot for a walk, Josh. Out of the bullpen, you have to attack the zone. They preach getting ahead of strikers in college ball these days, or getting ahead of batters by throwing strikes.
Barry Manuel said first pitch strike, the best pitch in baseball earlier today. And now Tanner Crispin trying to avoid 5 straight walks. First pitch to Alex Villalobos in the zone. 0-1 the count. Rather, 5 straight free bases, I should say. As that's a run charge to Braden Phelps. He's still responsible for Morales on 3rd and De Hoyos on 2nd. 0-1. Misses inside, and Villalobos gets out of the way of that one. 1-1 the count. 5 straight free bases, 3 of them by Phelps. Rather, 4 straight free bases, 3 of them by Phelps, 1 of them by Crispin. Allowing a run to come across and trying to keep it at just a 3-run deficit with 2 gone in the top of the 6th. 1-1. Breaking ball misses low. Great stop by Boyles that time, making sure no one can advance. 2-1 the count. Anxious moments here at Veterans Field as this 600-plus Shadowcat faithful here tonight trying to get behind their team. The problem is pitching has not been strong. 2-1. This is up, and the count's 3-1. The Shadowcats faithful have brought the energy, brought the crowd. But the pitching staff not up to par, looking like the pitching staff of the 8-game losing streak. 3-1. Miss inside. 5 straight free bases offered by Shadowcat pitching in the top of the 6th inning, allowing 2 runs to come across. A bases-loaded walk offered to Villalobos, and it's now a 14-10 lead for San Antonio. And those last 2 walks to the 8 and 9 hole, and now the lineup flips back to the top to Roman Trinidad, who has a golden opportunity to break this game open. He's 1 for 4 today with a home run and a couple of strikeouts. First pitch, Trinidad takes up and away. Man, oh man. 11 pitches out of the bullpen for Crispin. He's thrown 9 balls. 1-0 the count, and the pitch. Oh man, misses away, and the count's 2-0. Now some movement going for the Shadowcats quickly in the bullpen. As this, you're right, Will, can get ugly pretty quickly. Base is still loaded with 2 outs. Roman Trinidad, the leadoff man at the plate. 2-0 pitch. Big wave and a miss. Looked like a middle fastball that time from Crispin, challenging Trinidad to see how far he can hit it, and came up empty. So the count's 2-1. Crispin walked the first 2 batters he's come in relief to face. 2-1. This one, a low liner into left field. In comes Sessions, and he makes the play on the run, ranging towards the line. Nice play by Ryan Sessions. Had to cover a good amount of ground to make that play, and that retires the side. But the River Monsters tack on 2 more. It's 14-10. They get 2 runs on no hits, but 5 free bases allows those 2 to come across. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 14-10, Shadowcats trail. You're listening to Sherman Shadowcats Baseball on the Jay Shockley State Farm Shadowcats Audio Network, and listening and watching on TCL TV. Bottom of the 6th, Shadowcats trailing the River Monsters 14-10. Here in the 6th inning, which is brought to you by Courtyard Marriott Sherman, where the players stay. Shadowcats surrendered 2 in the top of the 6th. Now try to get those back and then some in the bottom half, trailing by 4. We're going to Robles back out for another inning of work, facing off against 3, 4, and 5 for the Shadowcats. Tyler Sessions to lead it off. The not so little Sesh is 1 for 2 on the day with a double and a hit by pitch. Tyler standing at 6'6" in the left-handed batter's box, but is the little brother to Ryan Sessions. Robles, the righty, working from the wind, and comes home. First pitch. Big wave and a miss by Tyler, counts 0-1. It was funny, when we were in Abilene, they walked Tyler Sessions intentionally multiple times with plus situations at the plate. And I was talking to an Abilene, some sort of Abilene worker after the game, and I said, man, you can't walk this guy. I was standing with Tyler. 0-1. One's at the bottom of the zone. No, just misses below the zone. Counts 1-1. I was standing with Tyler as he was helping me with my equipment. And I said, man, you got to stop walking this guy in plus situations. You're ruining all the fun. And he goes, man, I've seen Sessions brothers ruin my baseball team for 3 years now. I don't need to see it anymore. 1-1 the count and the pitch. Tyler takes the breaking ball on the outer half. So the count's 1-2.
Sessions brothers cause problems for opposing teams.
Oh, yeah. 1000%.
Ryan Sessions, the batting leader for the Cats in the first half. He hands off the baton to his brother now.
1-2 the count. Tyler awaits the pitch from Robles. Big wave and a miss. Very interesting swing and a miss that time, as that was a slider that was above the zone. But Robles gets the chase from Tyler. And there's one gone, no one aboard in the bottom of the 6th. Shadowcats trailing by 4. Bring up Ellington Jefferson. 0 for 2 and a walk today. Switch hitting lefty in the box. As Robles goes back to work, first pitch. This is up and away. So Robles struggled a bit in his first inning of relief as the Shadowcats got the bases loaded. Rather, got runners on first and third and brought home a run against Robles. 1-0. Popped foul over the third base dugout, foul. So the count's 1-1. But then a inning-ending double play to Felstad allowed him to limit the damage to just 1 run. And now here in the bottom of the 6th inning in his second inning of work, got a strikeout of Tyler Sessions. Now the 1-1 pitch to Jefferson. Up and away with a breaking ball, counts 2-1. So now 5 innings left, rather 4 innings left for the River Monsters to try and survive and get this win. 4 innings for the Shadowcats to try and take the lead back. 2-1, Jefferson fouls straight back.
Josh, it's in play.
Oh, it's in play, but the question I'm more wondering is, what's Robles' pitch count at? Is he going to be tasked the rest of this way?
He's at
Because the Shadowcats, again, saw 128 pitches from one pitcher, Matt Foley, yesterday. And Robles entered today's game as the DH. That's killed. So how much can they lean on him going forward? 2-2. Rolled over to second base. So Hoyos can't field it cleanly, picks it back up, throws the first in time to get Jefferson. And there's 2 gone in the bottom of the 6th inning. So after struggling in the 5th inning in his first inning of relief, Robles gets 2 quick outs in his second inning relief.
Josh, he's through 26 pitches. Just 1 2/3 innings tossed. Again, we'll see how long he stays on, but Sherman needs to start getting to him.
And it's going to come off the bat of Ryan Sessions. First pitch to him misses up and away. The bigger brother, so to say, although not physically, but in terms of years, the bigger brother today is officially 1 for 1 with a couple of walks and a single. 1-0 misses up and away. So the count 2-0. Of course, Ryan Sessions, the on-base machine for the Shadowcats, gets on base over 50% of the time. 2-0 the count. The pitch. Breaking ball dropped into the zone, counts 2-1. And the Shadowcats in danger of going down in order in the bottom of the 6th inning, trailing by 4. The pitch, about straight back. Count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. Shadowcats went down by 6 runs in the top of the 3rd inning and have done a good job at chipping away offensively. Scored 3 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th. But on the other side, have allowed just too many runs for the River Monsters, as 2 runs all on walks in the top of the 6th. 2-2. Pitch home. This is outside, count runs full. I feel like with Ryan Sessions, you should just skip to a full count.
Probably. Although he has struck out more in this second half come July than he did in the first half of the year. Still good at battling the full counts.
3-2 the count to Ryan Sessions. Robles trying to make it a 1-2-3 inning. Payoff pitch. This one lofted shallow left field. In comes Villalobos, and he can't make the play. Plays it on a hop. Blooped it right in between the kind of Bermuda Triangle in left center field as Villalobos was coming in. Morales and Bacon also giving chase. So the Shadowcats have a base runner. They don't go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 6th. And now try to cut into this 4-run deficit. Jarrett Halter at the plate. Sessions today 2 for 2, a couple of singles and a couple of walks. Halter today 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch. Robles set at the belt, kicks and deals. Breaking ball misses high. 1-0 the count. The issue is Robles just hasn't really been clean so far in his inning relief. Gave up a few base runners in the 5th and a base runner now here in the 6th. 1-0 the count and the pitch. Misses up and in. Counts 2-0. Now Robles, again, if he's tasked with going the distance in this game, he can do it. His longest outing of the year was 4 innings pitched a week ago against Victoria, where he gave up just 1 run on 2 hits. And he threw 68 pitches, so he was pretty efficient. 2-0, the pitch to Halter. Skied high in the air out to straightaway center field, a little bit towards right center. Bacon comes under it, makes the play, and that retires the side. So the Shadowcats get a base runner via the hit, but strand him there with 2 outs, and we go to the 7th. 14-10, Shadowcats trail the River Monsters. You're listening to Sherman Shadowcats Baseball on the Jay Shockley State Farm Shadowcats Audio Network and watching on TCL TV.
Welcome in, Shadowcat Nation. Here we have entered the 7th inning. 7th inning brought to you by Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper, it's a pepper thing. Batter for the River Monsters, it's going to be Nathan Hodge. First offering to him. This one misses 1-0. Still Tanner Crispin on the mound for the Shadowcats. The righty came on in relief. The 1-0. It's upstairs, 2-0. Came on in relief last half inning. Walked a pair and then got the final out. San Antonio put up 2. Those earned runs go to Braden Phelps, the 2-0. That one finds the zone, a heater clocked at 87. It's 2-1. Hodge has come across to score twice today. He is 2 for 4. Here's the pitch. That one clipping the outer portion of the plate, 2-2. Leadoff batter for San Antonio, 0 for 6 on the day. Crispin working to make it 0 for 7. The pitch fouled straight back. Count stays as is. Tanner Crispin, he's been effective at home, not as much away. 5.06 ERA at home. The 2-2. This one sent foul first base side. Back-to-back foul balls for Nathan Hodge. He stays alive. Crispin averaging 13.5 Ks per 9 when he pitches at home. It's through 5 1/3 pitched. Here's the 2-2 once more. Got him swinging. Hodge went hooking after a cutter at 87. There's one down here in the top of the 7th. Sherman trailing 14-10. On the season, that's Crispin's 15th K. Now he steps in to face Bacon as Bacon fouls off the first pitch he sees. Eric Bacon in center field, he's had a busy day today. A handful of putouts. Still, Eric Bacon on the offensive side of things, 1 for 4. Here's the 0-1. Inside, count even at 1 apiece. Yesterday, Sherman used 3 arms in the shutout win. Crispin, the Shadowcats' 3rd pitcher of the evening. The pitch. That one crosses the plate, 1-2. Bacon elects to keep the bat on his shoulder there. Seems like he's struggling to pick up the pitch mix of Tanner Crispin. Crispin set at the belt. Kicks, deals, swung on and driven to right field, trending foul. It's fair. Jefferson fields as Bacon moves up to second base on the double. Good piece of hitting from Pittsburgh State's all-time single-season hit record holder.
Just pulled that one down the right field line and hooked it inside to the left of the right field line. Does a nice job of keeping that one fair and a nice piece of hitting that ball 98 miles per hour off the bat of Bacon. So he's been hitting the ball very well today. Had that fly out just short of the wall.
Bacon leads off second. First pitch to Hunter Ham. This is upstairs, 1-0.
And now the Porks try to trade places with each other. Again, not a very kosher lineup.
Not a kosher lineup. Crispin at the belt gives a stare down with Bacon. He sizzles on second. The pitch, cut on and missed. Count even at 1-1. San Antonio has scored 14 on 14 hits, and courtesy of a Sherman error. Meanwhile, the Cats have scored 10 via 6 hits and 2 errors from the River Monsters. The 1-1, fouled straight back. Crispin is ahead 1-2. Crispin shakes, breathes, kicks, deals, misses outside. Count even, ballerina count, it's 2-2. Today, an RBI back in the first. He ripped a single. Other than that, reached, came around to score in the third, and struck out in the sixth. Crispin rocks. Now deals the 2-2. It's upstairs. Count runs full. Hunter Ham, the righty, going to drive in Bacon at second. Payoff pitch. Fouled straight back. We'll do it again.
2.5. That's my final offer. 2.5. Go. Go. I said what I said. She said 3. No, she said 3. You said 3. No,
Crispin taking his time on the mound as he steps off. Now retoes the rubber. He'll play ball. 3-2. Once more. A check at second. Now deals home. This one fouled off again. Off towards us. Over our heads. Crispin battling here with one down here in the top of the seventh. Sherman trailing by 4. Bacon on second. Payoff pitch, part 3. Breaking ball upstairs, he walked him. Curve ball that didn't curve. Time is called as home plate umpire wants some new baseballs. Double and a walk here in the top of the 7th and only one down. San Antonio is threatening to add on here. Crispin has a whip of 206 at home versus 260 on the road. He's only given up 3 earned runs playing at Veterans Field, but he's responsible for the runners on first and second. That'll bring up Bruno Robles. First pitch to him, a strike. 0-1. Robles doing the pitching today. Started off as the designated hitter, came on in relief for San Antonio. Now the left-handed batter works away, the 0-1. Misses upstairs, count even, 1-1. Robles has walked 12 times on the year, struck out 19, gives him an on-base percentage of .439. He's got 21 hits. But he's 0 for 2 at the plate today. The 1-1, one skips in the dirt. Boyles behind the dish, checks back to first base as Ham scampers back. Bacon wasn't moving. Bacon won't go. Ham has to stay put. There's a pun somewhere in there. As Crispin rocks, checks, deals. Way off the backstop. This one gets back to Boyles. He will eat it. No throw at third. That one sprung off the back netting. Could have had a chance to make the play at third base. Riquejo may not have been there in time. So runners move up. It's second and third. Only one down for Bruno Robles. Crispin in some trouble here. Offers home, upstairs. 5-pitch walk to Robles. And now the bases are loaded.
Will 7 of the last 10 hitters that have had a plate appearance for San Antonio have reached via the free base? I mean, that's just unacceptable. That can't happen. You're not going to win games that way. Out of the bullpen, it's been the same thing all year. You have to be able to throw strikes.
Number 49, Javier.
Boyles comes out to check on Crispin. Catcher, a quick conversation. Now he'll retire back behind the dish. That will bring up Javier Diaz, a pinch hitter for San Antonio. Javier Diaz hitting .234 on the year. As the righty settles in. First offering to him, cut on and missed. Behind 0-1. On base percentage of .302, slugging just above 400. He's got 2 bombs on the year as well. Oh, would he love the third with the bases juiced. The 0-1. Crispin pulls the string on a curveball. Head 0-2 quickly to the pinch hitter.
Buckled his knees that time, making him look silly.
Diaz awaiting. The 0-2 upstairs. Now it runs to 1-2. It's pinch hitting for Sammy Morales. Diaz will likely come on and replace him at shortstop in the bottom half of this inning. Here in the top of the 7th, bases loaded, Sherman trailing by 4. The 1-1 home. This one sent to Felstad at short. He throws to second for 1. The throw to first. Not in time. One runner comes across to score. So the double play ball was there, but took Ben Cosme a second to flip to his throwing hand. To get the second, Sherman trails 15-10 here in the top of the 7th.
That was a nice play by Felstad to get to that ball in the gap, but just a little bit too slowly hit to double up Diaz that time. So unfortunate for the Shadowcats as they surrender another run.
Javier Diaz reaches first on that fielder's choice. Robles is retired, running from first to second. That will bring up David de Hoyos. Pickoff attempt to first is not in time. Ham on third, Morales on first. First offering now, a strike. De Hoyos playing first today for San Antonio. Two down here, Sherman trails by 5. Runners at the corners for Tanner Crispin. Crispin, the big righty, deals home, runner goes. Pitch is a strike. Catcher's indifference behind the dish. Boyles elects not to throw. Morales swipes second, uncontested. Now runners second and third, 2 down. But de Hoyos in an 0-2 count. Tanner Crispin giving up 1 run, but runs 2 and 3. Lurk in scoring position. The 0-2. Swung on and fouled back behind home plate.
That's a car.
Balls,
Not a car, contrary to the belief of the fans here.
balls never hit cars here. They dodge them miraculously. They're all parked right there,
They're
right
elusive.
behind home plate.
Fans get the balls.
In an 0-2 count. Still, cars all safe. The pitch, cut on and miss, strike 3. Tanner Crispin works himself out of the 7th. Damage done, 1 run comes across to score. Sherman trails by 5. You go to the bottom half of the inning. You're listening to Sherman Shadowcats Baseball on the Jake Shockley State Farm Radio Network. And if you're watching on TCL TV. Shadowcat Nation, make sure you stick around after the game. We've got post-game show action on our Joe Brownlaw post-game show. We're getting treated here in Sherman, Texas. Shadowcats getting tricked. They're down 5 runs. It's 15-10. We're in the bottom of the 7th.
Now batting number 21, Charlie Boyle.
It'll be the 7-hole. Charlie Boyles due up for the Cats. Boyles doing the catching today. 7, 8, 9. Bottom of the order. First pitch to him. Runs inside and hits him in the back. Square between the numbers. Ouch. Takes a second. Now he'll trot down to first. First pitch of the inning. First base runner for the Cats.
And we quickly got number 26, Izzy Bencosme to the plate.
I'll bring up Izzy Bencosme. Bencosme, born and raised in Miami, Florida. Spent college at Southwestern Community College. This year hit 198 with a homer in just 17 games. First pitch to him is lined right back at the pitcher, past his reach. Shortstop Morales Fields throws to first in time. They'll say he stepped on second as well. It'll be a double play. I don't know if he got second base clearly. The infield umpire, that's his call, and he makes that one. Shadowcat manager Barry Manuel and Isaac Davila, third base coach, a little up in arms about it, but it's ruled out, so double play clears the bases. 2 pitches into the inning. 2 batters retired, 2 birds, 1 stone. Brings up the 9-hole Ricky Requejo. First pitch upstairs, 1-0. This 7, 8, 9 for the Shadowcats have reached 4 of 11 times. 2 walks, a hit by pitch, and then 1 single. That 1 single coming from Requejo. The 1-0 fouled back, 1-1. Single came around to score for him back in the second. Today he's 1 for 3. The rest of the Shadowcat lineup has 5 hits scattered about. A handful of walks and hit by pitches. Bottom third hasn't quite done their job. Requejo with a 189 batting average. She's the 1-1. And therefore a strike behind 1 and 2. Bruno Robles, only 1 earned run since coming on 2 2/3 innings ago. Robles, set at the chest, deals home. This one swung, chopping over second base into center field. A slow bouncer makes the distance. Ricky Requejo is aboard with 2 down. Sherman still trailing by 5.
Now batting number 11, Bubba Moya.
I'll bring up Bubba Moya as the lineup flips over for the Shadowcats. Thank you, Josh Rajanoff, picking up some M&Ms for us.
$2 M&Ms.
Ooh, that's a great deal.
I bought 6 of them though.
6 M&M packets?
I became the. I was probably finished shooting first.
Yeah, why don't you do that? Moya, the lefty, starting the lefty lineage, is there 5 straight batters in that first base side. Batter's box. First offering to him misses, 1-0.
About 6 because they were, you three wanted some, I wanted some. And then one of our Shadowcat workers here, John Ramirez, said that he wanted one. And then these 2 kids came up to me and said that they wanted some. And I think I'm a little bit too nice.
1-0, served into left field, trending foul. Phil Lopez coming on, he can't make the play. He flips over the barrier. Hey now. all the
That was-
way out in left field. A little unnecessary and right next to the Shadowcat
Well,
bullpen.
it was just the way that flip developed. Because it was just very slowly over the over that fence out there and left. That's so funny.
You want some, Luke? Put your hand out.
2 down. Moya in a 1-1 count. The runner on first. Ricky Riquejo standing waiting. Robles sets. The 1-1. Misses high, 2-1. With 2 outs, the Shadowcats 5 for 12. No 2-out RBIs. With runners on there, 4 for 15. Meanwhile, San Antonio's offense, they're 10 for 18 with runners on. They've done the opposite of yesterday as the 2-1 swung on and driven deep to left field. Villalobos back, stops just shy of the track and makes the play. 4 up, 3 down, San Antonio retires the Cats. We go to the top of the 8th. Still 15-10, San Antonio leads it. You're listening to Sherman Shadowcats Baseball on the Jake Shockley State Farm Radio Network and watching on TCL TV. Hey, Shadowcat Nation, we're here in the 8th inning. Much to everybody's surprise, we have a job to do. I know, hard to believe. On to pitch now is Brody Andrews. First pitch to the leadoff man, Pineda. He rolls over to second base. Bencosme Fields throws in time. 1 pitch, 1 out. Brody Andrews, 6 appearances, 12 and 2/3 innings of work, a 5.68 ERA, a whip of 1.5 with 11 Ks.
It's going home with you.
Hey, they're your fellow children, not ours.
There's something going on out here.
Angel Martinez.
There's lots of
No such thing. It was
lots of kids here at the ballpark today.
else's fault.
Andrews offers to the new man. Martinez sends one deep to right. Jefferson back, track, makes the play just shy of the wall. Oh, kid has run up here with a bat. It's Sherman trail by 5. They're 2 down here in the top of the 8th. A kid just ran up here holding a bat.
Hold on, let's interview the kid. How did he get the bat? Can we
Go grab him. Go grab him. Go grab him. Oh, now that'll bring up Roman Trinidad, 1 for 5 on the day. So we've got a special guest here.
We do have a special guest here. Who am I here with right now?
What?
Who am I here with right now?
0-1 and their 4 strike.
Luke.
Luke, how did you get the bat that's in your hand right now?
I asked the player.
Who'd you ask? What number? Or do you not know?
I don't know.
You don't know? That's okay. Well, let's see this bat. Hold on.
Here's the 0-2.
Let's see.
Cut on and miss, strike 3. Andrew's out of the inning, but we'll stay right here as
Yeah,
we
let's
keep
see if
talking
maybe.
with Luke.
What is there a name on the bat or?
No.
What's
I don't
this?
think so.
No, just a different model. Are you happy to have this bat? Is this like your first wood bat?
No, I got another one earlier too.
Oh yeah? Is this your second of the day? Oh wow, how'd you snag 2 Shadowcat baseball bats?
I just asked.
Wow. We have a lot of generous Shadowcat
We have
players.
a lot of generous cats. Luke, how many Sherman games have you been to before?
Like, I don't know, a lot.
You've been to a lot of games, okay.
So you're part of the Shadowcat faithful. You're a super fan? Yeah? You would consider yourself. Do you play baseball yourself? Are you on the team that they had on the field earlier today? What team do you play for?
I play for Half and Van Alsten.
And you hit bombs? Oh, he nods. He says he hits bombs.
This kid hits tanks.
That's awesome. Luke, thank you so much for joining the show here.
Thank you.
All right, that's Luke. He's got a baseball bat. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Hey, thanks, Luke.
We'll step aside here. Sherman trails by 5. Welcome in, Sherman Nation. Shadowcats trail 15-10. Zach Felstad steps into the left-handed batter's box. 2 for 3 on the day with 2 ribbies, one of which coming in the form of a tank. He hit that one. That was all the way back in the first. I was 10 years younger and had hair. That was back then. As
So much has happened since then.
so much has happened since then. 24 runs later, Sherman behind by 5. Felstad to lead off the inning. Bottom of the 8th. First pitch to him. It's still Villalobos, or rather, still Robles on the mound. Robles, only 1 earned run, 2 Ks and a walk through 3 innings of work. Kicks. The 0-1. Outside, count even at 1 apiece. Whole lot going on as we got a full ballpark, which means the stands around us are also full. Fans have been chatting away. Sherman works to fight back in this one. The 1-1. Swung on and lined up the middle. Caught by a reaching Morales. Just scooped that one out of the air. Felstad is retired. There's 1 down here, Sherman down 5.
Just a broken bat flare that time from Felstad, and almost sent that ball into center field, but Morales, a good job ranging over, took a couple of steps towards his left and made the play.
That brings up Tyler Sessions as time is called And Pineda will revisit Robles on the mound. Some action in the San Antonio bullpen, way down right field line near the pole. Robles, the month of July, a 5.19 ERA through 8 2/3 innings of work prior to today. He's averaging 11.42 Ks per 9. Today, however, he's only struck out 2. Tyler Sessions, the tall lefty, waits the first pitch to him. It's outside, 1-0. On the road, Robles, a whip of 1.42. A K through 9 of 8.53, so down 3 ticks. The 1-0, line back to right field. Trinidad on his horse. That bounces off the wall. Sessions turns at first. He's chugging for 2. The throw in, cut off. A 1-out double for Tyler Sessions, and the Shadowcats are in business here, bottom of the 8th.
Well, if the Shadowcats want to come back and win this one, it's gonna take a lot if they want to get 5 runs in the 9th. Now, it's been done before. The one walk-off win for the Shadowcats this year was a 5-run comeback in the 9th. Well, that being said, you would love to get some insurance runs, or rather, not insurance runs, more cut into the deficit here in the bottom of the 8th and try and make it a more manageable 9th inning, or, why not? Tie it.
Sure, yeah, tie the game. How about you go win the game? How about that? Critical thinking up here in the broadcast booth. Novel thoughts up here. Baseball's fun when you win, and it's like really a cure-all. As yesterday, the vibes in the ballpark were high. And it's Firework Friday today. Fireworks after a win would be immaculate.
In the words of Chris Johnson, former Shadowcats manager, can't lose on Firework Friday.
Sherman lost last Firework Friday as the first pitch into Ellington Jefferson. A switch-hitting lefty today in her half of the plate, 0-1.
Oh my God, there's people over there.
They lost last Friday on Firework Friday.
They're 1-1 on Firework Nights this year.
As they were shut out by Brazos Valley. They did take a game, you're correct, earlier in the season on Firework Friday. Fans even out left field fence chirping the Shadowcats pitching staff. Interesting. Jefferson awaits with the runner on second. The tall Sessions, Tyler Sessions, dances out there. The 0-1 swung on, fouled off. Third base side out of play. Sherman fans standing behind a Shadowcat pitcher warming in the bullpen.
I think it might be like fans or family or something just wanting to go check it out.
I hope so, because
Caden Becker warming up out there.
Interesting. Caden Becker warming up, projected to come into the game, would be his 9th inning if a pitching change is, in fact, made. Jefferson in an 0-2 hole, the pitch. Fouled off once more. Stays alive.
Not a car.
Not a car. Shadowcat faithful, eager to see Jefferson put it in play, eager to see Sessions come around to score. There you go. What a pair of innings we've got here. Sherman trying to get back on the board. They haven't scored in 3 innings. The 0-2 up and away. Slider couldn't catch. 1-2. Robles has pitched 9 innings total now in the month of July. Only 4 back in June in the first half of the season. He's working through what will be his 4th inning of work. The 1-2, liner, right field, base hit. Sessions makes the turn at third. He's coming home. Jefferson legs one out to second. The play, not in time. Ellington Jefferson, an RBI double. Sherman cuts the lead. They trail 15-11 in the bottom of the 8th.
Just trading places with each other after Sessions with the double. Jefferson replaces him there. And a good step one. Again, have to try and cut into this deficit, make it a more manageable 9th inning. Shadowcats get step one there. Now need a, if you want to have a good chance, you need probably 2 or more runs in this inning to either give yourself a more manageable ninth or potentially take the lead here.
Robles still working for San Antonio. He faces Ryan Sessions. First offering. That one misses. 1-0. The lefty is 2 for 3 on the day, or 2 for 2 on the day with 3 ribbies. Chance for 4 with Ellington Jefferson on second. There's only 1 down. Robles getting his pitch count up there. A 1-0 is fouled back. 1-1. He's thrown 57 pitches. MJ Espinoza started the game. He threw 74. That got him through 4 innings. Espinoza gave up 4 hits, 7 earned runs, 9 runs total. Robles has given up 5 hits and 2 runs, both of which were earned. He's still chugging along, righty on lefty duel. Ryan Sessions, today's left fielder, he calls time ahead of the 1-1 offering. Sessions played here in Sherman last summer. A 281 average, 2 bombs, 21 RBIs. He's passed that total today. The 1-1. Chopper first base foul. 1-2. Up to 23 on the year. Back in 2024, he had a 340 average with 5 homers. Played 54 games for the Shadowcats. Both of those years were in the Mid-American League. Now in the Texas Collegiate League, facing new competition, still an on-base threat if there ever was one. Jefferson dances on second, a threat to go. The 1-2, swung on right field over the reach of Hammett first. Jefferson turns at third, he's going to the plate. The play, not in time. Ellington Jefferson scores from second. An RBI single. Ryan Sessions makes this a 15-12 ball game. Sherman trails it still at the bottom of the 8th.
Big time, back-to-back runs for the Shadowcats. And how about the Sessions brothers? Really the catalyst in this inning. Tyler with the 1-out double, and then a couple of batters later, Ryan with the RBI single. This inning's far from being over as well. Try and chip away even more and make this a much more interesting ball game.
Jarrett Halter to the plate, 0 for 3 to this point. Righty on righty matchup with Ryan Sessions at first. The pitch to him, cut on and missed. Heater just at 90 on the radar gun. So now Halter behind 0-1. Interesting. Looks like Pineda just got rid of the pitch comm as time is called. Wonder if they're going to try to replace the batteries in it.
Or maybe you just put down signs because we're not in the big leagues.
Old-fashioned. Josh, I agree with you. A little. It's big time.
I think the pitch comm makes sense whenever pitch comm makes sense whenever you have a pitch clock.
1. Fouled straight back. 0-2. Halter at risk of going down 4 in a row.
But to me, I don't necessarily see the benefits of pitch comm if you're not really, you don't have a pitch clock anyways, and I get it, but less sign stealing. But this is the Texas Collegiate League after all, not the Major League Baseball.
The Major League Baseball.
Yeah, whatever.
The 0-2. Misses away, 1-2. Well, interesting you say that because Major League Baseball is an interesting acronym. Doesn't require the in front of it in all instances. However, if you were to say in the MLB, 1-2. Looking, strike 3, Halter frozen at the dish. Down for the 4th time this instance, looking. Sherman has 2 outs. They trail by 3 in the bottom of the 8th. 15-12 the score. Uncompetitive out. Not the time for a strikeout looking.
That pitch was borderline. That seemed to be a little bit outside, but Robles gets the call.
Sessions still at first. New batter, Charlie Boyles. First pitch to him, a strike, 0-1. Halter, Boyles, and Bencosme, 6, 7, 8, have only reached once today. It was a hit by pitch from Halter. That was back in the 2nd. No action from that portion of the lineup. It's been the top producing for the Cats here. It's the 0-1 foul back. Boyles behind 0-2. He's already struck out twice today, at risk of going down a 3rd time via the K. As for Robles, he's sitting on 3 strikeouts. Now a chance to make it 4. Back-to-back batters, he's put in a 0-2 count. So he's just getting ahead of them. Robles toes the rubber. Receives the sign, shakes off, now agrees. No more pitch comp, so they got to do it old-fashioned. Now the 0-2. Misses away, 1-2. His heater's sitting at 90, and although there was some motion in the San Antonio bullpen, he's still hammering the zone. No reason to pull him out when the River Monsters have struggled to find arms out of the pen. But the 3 pitchers that they've tossed this series have somewhat done their job. 1-2. Cut on and missed on a ball in the dirt. Sessions was stealing, so there is a play at first, but Pineda throws him out anyways. Heads up play from Ryan Sessions, but to no avail. Sherman still scores 2. They trail 15-12. We're headed to the 9th inning. You're listening to Sherman Shadowcats Baseball on the Jake Shockley State Farm Radio Network and watching on TCL TV. Welcome into the 9th inning. Here to close out the game for the broadcast team, it's Josh Rajanov. Josh?
Thanks, Will. Shadowcats trailing the River Monsters 15-12 as we head into the 9th inning, which is brought to you by the Bank of Texas. We go above so you can go beyond. Shadowcats trailing by 3. And they call on Caden Becker to try and keep this at a 3-run deficit and give the Shadowcats a chance to tie or walk it off in the bottom half of the inning. Here in the 9th, Caden Becker making appearance number 9. He has struggled this year for the Shadowcats. In 10 innings of work, an 18.90 ERA, that's 21 earned runs. That's over 2 runs an inning that Becker has given up. A 3 whip, 333 batting average against, and the issues have come off the free bases. 17 walks, 5 hit by pitches compared to 9 strikeouts. So Caden Becker has struggled with a chance to put that behind him as the Shadowcats trying to make sure that this stays a 3-run deficit, try and get their second walk-off victory of the year in the bottom of the 9th. But here in the top half, first job is Nathan Hodge to lead it off. First pitch, way up. So the count's 1-0. Hodge today, a single and a double. He's 2 for 5. Becker, one of the many relievers that has really struggled this year for the Shadowcats. 1-0. That one misses up and in, counts 2-0. The Shadowcats, this game very eerily similar to the game against Brazos Valley last week, a very back-and-forth game. That one where the Shadowcats lost 17-15. So the Shadowcats trying to be the winning team in this high-scoring affair. 2-0. Fouled straight back. Becker back into the zone. Counts 2-1. And when talking to Barry Manuel about the struggles of the pitching staff, well, the bullpen needs to be better out of the bullpen. You can't be walking guys. He says that everything starts with how much confidence their starting pitcher can give them. And it shows, as we'll let you know after this pitch. 2-1 the count. Becker comes home. Hodge takes inside. 3-1. So the major league definition of a quality start is 6 innings of 3 runs or less ball. Well, Barry Manuel and Isaac Davila, they say their version of a quality start is any starter that can get you 4 to 6 innings. 3-1. As a strike on the inner half, counts 3-2. The Shadowcats are 8-8 this year when starters go 4+ innings. They're 2-17 when they don't. 3-2 the count to Nathan Hodge. The pitch misses up. Leadoff walk offered to Hodge, his 3rd time reaching today. So Becker in some trouble to start the 9th, not how you would hope to start to try and keep this a 3-run deficit. Now, obviously, Andrew Gruters really struggled today. He was getting knocked around the ballpark really all of his outing as the Shadowcats starting pitcher got chased in the 3rd inning. He went 2 2/3. Eric Bacon at the plate. Nathan Hodge bouncing off of first base. Becker steps off.
Josh, the last thing the Shadowcats need here, give up more runs. If Becker allows the walk to become a problem, this could spiral.
Take off over to first. Hodge back in standing. So Becker struggling out of the bullpen. Phelps came in, limited the damage, but then he struggled towards the back end of his outing. Tanner Crispin struggled with free bases. He gave up 4. And if we were to ask Barry Manuel, he says it stems from the starter. Becker comes home. This one hit back up the middle, past the reach of Ben Cosme and into center field, a base hit. Hodge rounding second, and he gets the third base standing up. It's a single for Eric Bacon as that ball had eyes up the middle. And great base running by Hodge to go to first, from first to third. There's runners on the corners for San Antonio, and those are big-time insurance runs. Shadowcats trying to reverse the trend. Again, just 2-17 when their starters don't go 4+ innings. Today, Andrew Gruters went 2 2/3. Shadowcats trailing 15-12. Bacon goes from first. The pitch misses high, and there's no throw to second. So Bacon snags second base. There's 2 runners in scoring position for San Antonio with no one gone in the top of the 9th. River Monsters trying to extend their 15-12 lead. 1-0 to Ham. Here it comes. This one lined deep out to right center field. Moya going back. He makes the play. Hodge tags from third. The throw goes to the cutoff man, Felstad. Hodge scores. Bacon moves up to third base on the sacrifice fly. The River Monsters get one back, tack one more on. They lead 16-12 in the top of the 9th inning. And Will, leadoff walks, as the saying go in baseball, leadoff walks typically come back to hurt you. And a leadoff walk comes home to score. And the Shadowcats now trail by 4, making this a much harder task in the bottom of the 9th. And still a runner on third as well. Bruno Robles, the pitcher, trying to help his own cause. Pitch to him, misses up and away. So Robles does his job on the mound. He goes 4 innings, only giving up a couple of runs. We'll see if he goes back out there for the bottom of the 9th. Meanwhile, he would love to give himself some more cushion. 1-0, that one's a strike at the top of the zone, counts 1-1. And he has an opportunity to do so with Eric Bacon 90 feet away. Robles today, 3 walks. 1-1. Rolled over to first. Sessions fields it in fair territory, touches the bag himself to complete the out, but it allows Eric Bacon to come home to score. And San Antonio gets both of those runs back that the Shadowcats scored in the bottom of the 8th. 2 here in the top of the 9th. It's now 17-12. Shadowcats trail the River Monsters.
Josh, Cade Becker has allowed at least 1 earned run in all 8 of his appearances this year. Despite the fact that last time out against Brazos Valley, he only faced 2 batters, he still was responsible for an earned run.
First pitch in Javier Diaz misses high. And that's now 23 pitches, or rather 23 runs given up on the year for Caden Becker. What is now 10 2/3 innings of work, so that's over 2 runs an inning. 1-0. This one drilled deep out to center field. Moya going back in front of the track makes the play, and that retires the side. So the Shadowcats gave up 2 runs in the top of the 9th. They now trail 17-12. Last licks coming up for the Cats in the bottom of the 9th. Can they tie it up or walk it off? Be sure to stick around to find out. You're listening to Sherman Shadowcats Baseball on the Jake Shockley State Farm Shadowcats Audio Network and watching on TCL TV. Last licks for the Shadowcats. They trail 17-12 as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Bruno Robles out for his 5th inning of work. It officially becomes his longest outing of the year, trying to complete what would be a 5-inning save for the River Monsters. Shadowcats trying to come back. Assistant coach Ronnie Davis who's listening right now, couldn't make it to the game, texted me saying, I think this team's going to walk it off. We'll see if his team can do so, as they'll have Izzy Ben Cosme, Ricky Riquejo, and then top of the lineup, Bubba Moya due up to start things in the bottom of the 9th inning. It's going to take 5 runs to keep this game going, 6 runs to end it. Bruno Robles has been tough to hit today. 4 innings, 3 runs, and 4 strikeouts. First pitch to Izzy Ben Cosme. Misses up and in. 1-0 the count. The Shadowcats got 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning in what made it a 3-run game at that point, but then surrendered 2 in the top of the 9th to make it a 5-run deficit. 1-0 chopped foul, counts 1-1.
Josh, good things can come if the lineup flips over. But Ben Cosme the 8-hole, Riquejo the 9-hole, and then it'll flip to the lefty lane. And they've been all over Robles up there. But Izzy Ben Cosme, not the same story.
1-1 the count and the pitch. Chopper to third. Hodge comes in. Fields throws on the run. It is in time. Nice play by Nathan Hodge, who had to come in on the slow roller. Field throw on the run to get the speedy Ben Cosme. It's the first out of the bottom of the 9th. No one aboard. Shadowcats trail by 5. Ricky Riquejo at the plate now.
Make sure you stay along for the Joe Brown Law post-game show. Joe Brown Law, respected, experienced, the lawyers you want on your side. We'll also give out our Buffalo Wild Wings Player of the Game Award.
So here in the bottom of the 9th inning, Ricky Riquejo trying to be another hope. He lines this one foul down the left field line. 0-1 the count. Shadowcats hitting came to work today, 12 runs on 10 hits and a number of other players to reach base. Shadowcats have worked 4 walks as well. 0-1. A liner towards short, caught by Diaz. And there's 2 gone in the bottom of the 9th. That one a soft line drives, but Diaz over to make the play. Bubba Moya becomes the last hope for the Shadowcats to try and get the win on Firework Friday. So the Shadowcats will need 5 runs with 2 outs to keep this game going.
Game 3 hours, 37 minutes to the moment.
It's been a long one. First pitch to Moya. One misses inside, 1-0 the count.
I'd be curious to know the length, the average length of a Shadowcat game, Josh.
Definitely feels long in time, that's for sure.
Well, there's no pitch clock.
And whenever you have a 17-12 score, that's not going to help either. 1-0, that one misses low. Counts 2-0. And again, you can coin this to the Shadowcat pitching, which has been very up and down. Yesterday, definitely the best performance that we've seen the Shadowcats have this year. Shutting out the River Monsters. 2-0 at the bottom of the zone, counts 2-1. Thanks to a 6 1/3 inning outing from Spencer Bass to start the game. 2 pitchers later, Shadowcats get the win, but today couldn't get that momentum from today's starting pitcher. 2-1, chopper down the first base line, foul. So the count's 2-2. Just 2 2/3 from Andrew Gruters, who got knocked around the ballpark. He gave up 10 earned runs. And the Shadowcats, again, when their starting pitchers go 4+ innings, they're 8-8. When they don't, they're 2-17 and 1 strike away from going 2-18. The 2-2 pitch got him swinging. Bruno Robles weathers the storm, comes in for a 5-inning save, only giving up 3 runs, and the Shadowcats can't come back. They fall in this one 17-12. San Antonio dominates the Shadowcats.
Josh, an offensive battle, the opposite of yesterday, as you were just talking about. As we're here on the Joe Brown Law postgame show, and Sherman falls 17-12, your final.
Shadowcats fall in this one as the San Antonio River Monsters had a great game, and they were led by Jake Pineda. He goes 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs, our Buffalo Wild Wings player of the game. Fireworks about to get going, as we'll continue with our final lines for today's game. For the River Monsters, 17 runs on 15 hits and 2 errors. Shadowcats, 12 runs on 10 hits and no errors. Andrew Gruder is the losing pitcher, and Bruno Robles picks up the save for San Antonio. MJ Espinoza with a win. Shadowcats fall in this one. Play against Baton Rouge tomorrow on the road. We'll be back with you on Tuesday for the final home series. If you're watching, enjoy the fireworks show, everyone. And until next Tuesday, so long, everybody.